Nice job, huh? Your friend is now the perfect exterminator thanks to my subtle influence. Beating him isn't going to be easy.
No, don't! Ken! Resist it!
Save your energy, boy. You're going to need all you can muster on the battlefield. And your utter annihilation is the sole mission in his life.
No way! He's my friend!
Bison, I'm gonna rip your lousy heart out, you filthy bastard!
Afraid I don't have one.
Folks, welcome to Draw Game. What if video games could be on your TV? I'm your host, Alex Fraioli. Joining me, as always, the second best Zangief in southwest North Dakota, Ray Barnholt.
Alex, hello. You must defeat Shenlong to stand a chance.
Hi, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
And you collected all the Dragon Balls and he gave you the wish, right?
Yes.
All right.
But I felt bad, so I wished him back to life.
Oh, well, that's kind of you. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're a better man than even Goku.
I got a big heart and a great ass!
Hey, folks, we're not talking about that today.
No.
But it is a big moment here at Draw Game today. It's our 15th episode. This is our official marker for our year, our first year of Draw Game.
Yes.
We've done this for about a year now. And for the occasion, as well as our 15th episode, not only are we taking a break from straight trash, but we're finally going to watch something that we actually liked, and that is Street Fighter 2.
Oh, goodness, and what a pleasure it was.
Yes, indeed. I think this was, well, first of all, this is one of the reasons I wanted to do Draw Game originally, do a anime podcast. And that is because I feel, and I think some people agree with me, that the Street Fighter 2 animated movie is kind of a catalyst in terms of like the video game anime that would be released after. And that kind of means a lot of fighting game stuff. That's for sure. But it was kind of like a little bit of a miniature trend until like anime really blew up in this country with Pokemon. But before that, it was like a lot of fighting game stuff coming out. For example, the late release of Art of Fighting after this movie was released here.
Oh, yeah. Not wearing shoes is part of their training.
Ah, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
We got a lot of feet talk coming up, I think.
Oh, boy, yeah.
We got this vagabond guy, Ryu, walking around.
No shoes.
It's craziness. But yes, Street Fighter 2, let's talk about it. Let's start with the video game Street Fighter 2, The World Warrior, an arcade game by Capcom. Alex, I know you're a big NBA 2K guy, so you've never really heard of this, but it was a very famous fighting game released in 1991.
Sure. Okay.
I know, you're a big baller. Also Madden.
I am.
You're wasting money month after month on Ultimate Team.
I take the rock to the hole.
You've never played any other video game in your life.
I sink the pigskin. Yeah.
Sink that into the side pocket.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, Street Fighter 2, it came about 4 years after the first Street Fighter game by Capcom, which was a pretty much single-player affair where you try vainly to get some hits in against a bunch of different computer players who move too fast and jump really weird. Something had to be done about that, so after a lot of the key guys behind Street Fighter 1 were hired by SNK, a new group came in to revisit the whole thing for a sequel. And so Street Fighter 2 is about much more equalized, balanced one-on-one fighting. And this time a second player can join in and fight you whenever. So now this entire notion of competitive gaming in something other than sports opens up. Now, yes, martial arts is sports, but Street Fighter 2 is not exactly realistic. I think we're all aware of that. It's a little bit cartoony, almost superhero-ish.
I think a lot of us developed a brief but ultimately fruitless interest in yoga that we abandoned after we realized we could neither float nor breathe fire or stretch.
Or teleport.
Or teleport.
Yeah. So it blows up. It's a competitive thing. People start playing it more and more. And then they start experimenting with the physics of the entire game because it is more robust feeling than that ramshackle first game. And eventually people start figuring out how to do combos and cancels and funny glitches. And by then, we're off to the races. And what we now know as the fighting game is properly established with Street Fighter 2. Alex, no joking. Are you familiar with Street Fighter 2? Have you played it? What's your history with it?
Oh boy, I'll take these in order. Yes. We kind of covered this in our bonus episode, but I played it at a bowling alley at a kid's birthday party for the first time, about around when it came out in America, and we were transfixed. We stood there, we played more Street Fighter than we did bowling for the rest of that party. And yeah, just kind of fell in love with it. And it kind of, it introduced a lot of us to the potential of fighting games.
Right.
And so we were ripe and ready for stuff like Mortal Kombat and everything else that would come after for us.
Art of Fighting. Fatal Fury.
I did not play Art of Fighting as a kid. I didn't play any SNK. I only played Samurai Showdown as a kid because they had a machine in a pizza place.
Yeah.
But eventually, I got into the SNK fighters around the time when I started opening the bar, and I had to have them for people to play and discovered, oh yeah, this is why people like these.
Yeah, indeed. I also was there when it came out, at least on the consoles. I kind of didn't pay attention to it on the arcades because I was like, 7, almost 8 years old. And it was not easy for me to walk into an arcade and play any game when a bunch of older kids and men, in fact, are just crowded around any given machine.
Oh, here comes little Ray again.
So basically, a lot of my early arcade memories are like, I played Ninja Turtles a little bit and maybe Final Lap 2.
Wow.
Yeah, and a little bit of race driving. I did love race driving. In fact, it inspired me to buy it on Super NES, one of the worst ports ever made.
Oh, you didn't have that machine in your house too?
Shut up. So I was introduced to Street Fighter 2 pretty much through the magazines, and they were all crazy for it, and even like Nintendo Power was in on it. And I was just reading about it, and I was like, wait, if all these people are like good guys, then why are they fighting each other? What is the point? What is going on?
Yeah.
What is the good and evil story I'm supposed to follow here? What is the progression? Again, 7 or 8 years old. Not quite getting it. But I did fall victim to the hype nonetheless and did get it on Super NES when it came out. And eventually, after a little bit of time, I was hooked. And so, yes, I do love Street Fighter 2, as do most people.
Yeah, let's talk about that North American box art real quick. It's,
oh, boy.
The image of Blanka, I think, is very captivating. I think they want to put Crazy Beast front and center to show you it's not just normie humans who are street fighting. Look at this guy.
Yes. All of the Street Fighter box art.
Yeah, but yeah, then you look at the Japanese box art and it's like, oh, this is so much better. They've got every character on here. Everybody looks cool. Everybody gets their own, Same with the North American Turbo box art. It's just Sagat and Honda to imply, I guess, you can play as a boss.
I guess still very arbitrary choices. I mean, Capcom USA's choices for their fighting game box arts until Street Fighter 4 maybe, were just crazy. They would just literally choose random characters and put them on the front. If you've ever seen Capcom versus SNK 2 for GameCube, it's like nobody you would even care about on the cover.
And then Super was just bricks. It was just the logo. The logo got pushed out of a wall and now it's coming out of bricks.
No, with the silhouettes of the 4 new characters.
Oh, that's right.
If it's the episode 1 teaser poster with young Anakin Shadow being Vader on the thing. And yet we still ended up enjoying the game. That's how good it was.
Yes.
The box arts could not sway us.
Big burly sprites. That's what I was there for.
So, I assume many people listening know what Street Fighter 2 is and are aware of its impact. They're up to 6. So I think people are into it. I will say, though, if Alex mentioned a bonus episode, and if you support us on Patreon, patreon.com/NoMoreWhoppers, you probably have already listened to our special pre-game episode where we did a brief history of Street Fighter 2 Mania and a little bit about the games. So please look for that. Again, patreon.com/NoMoreWhoppers. You can get access starting at just $3 a month.
Just $3. That's for the price of half a cup of coffee. You can enjoy this. It's a really fun. It's 2 hours of us talking about Street Fighter Mania and our history with the series and kind of how it affected us, and lots of fun merchandise talk, the action figures, the animated cartoon, all that stuff. Go give that a listen. Then come back to this. Pause this now.
I don't think you need to do that. I'd say
Do
they
it.
can
And
they can
go.
go in either
And
order.
now. And go.
I think he's trying to shut me up.
Shut up.
I would want to mention, though, the other big thing that I think propelled Street Fighter 2 was its characters. They had very distinct characters, and people you haven't really seen in any other video game before it. Sure, Street Fighter 1 had some funny characters, worldwide martial arts experts and fighting weirdos, things like that, but once they added a green beast to Street Fighter 2, I feel like all bets were off. And so we got a lot of indelible characters, and I think also that's what pretty much led them to make this animated movie eventually. What is Street Fighter 2 if not its characters? And they have lasted for decades at this point. Who's your favorite Street Fighter?
Oh God! I mean, as a character to use, I am partial to Vega because I like fast characters, and I like the Claw. I like that he can climb on his own stage. He can jump around. He can do throws from the air, which blew my mind as a kid.
Yeah.
But he's also a bad guy, and I don't like his character. I think, I don't know. I might gravitate towards Ken. He's just I like his attitude. I like his style.
All right. Yeah.
You
like his whole thing.
I like his whole thing. I like his stage. I like his music. I like his flaming dragon punch.
All right. Do you like his current iteration in Street Fighter 6, where he's kind of like
a
vagabond-looking dude?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. I haven't played
Dad.
6. All I know is he looks like a divorced dad. I don't know. Maybe that's fun. I haven't played it.
Well, yeah, he's still got the moves. And, of course, you can change his costume, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Yeah, I've also vacillated between several different Street Fighter characters as my main. But, yeah, when it just comes to, booting it up, I'll just pick Ryu or Ken. Because Ken has that, I don't know if it's psychosomatic or what, but he feels faster, than Ryu does.
Oh, yeah.
Ryu's a little bit heavier. I guess that is a truism.
I mean, given the option, if we're playing an alpha game, I will probably choose Sakura because I like, again, I like the Shoto characters, but I also like the extra speed that she has.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would say... Yeah, Guy is usually who I would go in Alpha.
Oh, Guy.
Because I like the Final Fight guys as well.
Oh, yeah.
The dudes, rather, from Final Fight is what I should have said.
Dudes! Street Fighter 3, I mean, look, this is getting ahead of ourselves, but Street Fighter 3, it's going to be Ibuki or Makoto.
Really? Okay, yeah.
Probably Ibuki. Yeah, I tend towards Ibuki, again, because Fast Ninja Girl, that's exactly my style.
I haven't played it halfway seriously in a long time, but I think I just went with Ken again.
Ken's good too. I like Ken in that.
I don't think anybody's going to be touching Alex anytime soon.
Well, he's fine in 3.
He's fine in 3 before we knew his whole deal.
Look, he didn't make a conscious choice. He's a fictional character that was made to do things.
Yes, of course.
You know what I mean? We can't blame him.
He was under mind control from Shadow Law. No, wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yes, it was Bison.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. By the way, do you still need a license in California to practice Shadow Law?
Oh, yeah, it's even more strict after they passed all those referendums and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was Schwarzenegger's fault when he was governor. So, yes, like I said, the characters, I think, really made Street Fighter 2 what it was and sort of, I think, helped make this animated movie. Let's talk about the anime Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, or just Street Fighter 2 movie in Japan, or in Canada, Street Fighter 2V. It was released on August 6th, 1994 in Japan originally. It was produced by Group TAC, TAC, but they do want you to pronounce it TAC. It was a studio founded by director Gisaburo Sugi in 1968. He's a bit of an old head, and they went bankrupt in 2010.
Oof.
So, yeah. But Sugi is still with us, as far as I know.
Wow.
Yeah. He was an old head of the oldest order. He had worked on Astro Boy, for example, and Group TAC had made Night on the Galactic Railroad in 1985.
Sure.
If you've seen it, it's the cats on the space train.
Wait, is that not the same as Galaxy Express 999?
Nope, it's different. This is cat people on.
There's multiple space train anime?
There's always a space train in anime.
Right.
Yeah. This one's about cat people. So there you go. As far as game-related things go, they would not only do this movie, but also the Street Fighter 2V TV series after this, and the Street Fighter Alpha movie after that, and then some work on the Beautiful Joe TV show. So they got a Capcom connection that lasted them a bit.
Okay.
Sugi also co-wrote this, Street Fighter 2. The character designs are by Shuko Murase, who's a big Gundam guy. He did the characters of Gundam Wing, for instance, and has worked on a bunch of other Gundam shows, but also he's mostly been a key animator and a storyboarder on most things. But he also did characters for the Darkstalkers OVA, another Capcom connection. We'll get to that someday, but yes. And then, of course, lots of studios were helping out on this. Of course, some Chinese and Korean studios in the mix, too. And credited under photography assistants, Studio Ghibli.
Whoa, what?
I assume it's not that big of a deal. That photography, I think, means that they were like a subcontractor for filming the cells. You know?
Oh,
like
okay.
snapping the cells is what I'm pretty sure that is. I'm not a huge anime expert. Someone else can always fill us in later, but I think that's what that means. I just saw that in the credits and I was like, oh, yeah, of course.
What? Very, very funny though to me to imagine like cigarette hanging out of his mouth, Miyazaki drawing just an angry Balrog.
Yeah. The kids will love this. So according to Sugi's recollection, he had wrote something that came out a bit later. A director named Masashi Ikeda was supposed to do this movie, but he had a falling out with Capcom. He would direct Darkstalkers, though.
Oh, okay. He came back.
Yeah. But anyway, they had a tiff, and so Group TAC was called in. Sugi called in to rescue the project. And, well, let me just say this. This movie was announced at a Street Fighter tournament in August of 1993. It came out in August 1994. Sugi says that they made this movie in 6 months. Allegedly, this previous guy, Ikeda, was like deep in storyboarding before Capcom pissed him off, like they didn't like what was going on or something. So Group TAC comes in to save it. Sugi gets together 3 different groups of animators, units, I suppose. And together they are effectively producing 30 minutes of the movie each, which gets us to the full runtime. This is about an hour 40 or so. Sugi had said the production went well, though. Not a lot of drama or anything, and the movie turned out pretty good. I would agree with that. This is not really a cheap-looking movie for something made in 6 months. It's
absolutely.
I mean, it's not really ambitious, but it is very solid, and they put in a lot of fight scenes, of course, that are nicely animated, which is pretty important for this source material. But yeah, I mean, it is.
There's a couple of bits towards the end where you could see they were either running out of time or money, but it's very, very slight. Right.
There are some moments where maybe some people threw up their hands a bit, but for the most part, like this is a perfectly cinematic representation.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. It's just not like very ambitious with like effects or like certain filming techniques, but hey, you get a workhorse studio from guys who had worked 30 years at that point. They know what they're doing. They're going to get you something good, I think. And so, yeah, I think that is still pretty crazy, though, for what is kind of an important video game anime movie, as I said earlier. We are, of course, though, watching the English dub, originally produced by a studio called Animes, and then distributed in America by Sony Music and Manga Entertainment in a sort of joint venture. Manga did the UK releases, of course.
Yes. Some call it Anicorn. We call it anime.
Yes, indeed.
Great.
Alex, this fucking thing did not come out here until 1996.
And you can tell.
Street Fighter 2 was pretty much done as far as popularity goes in this country. But don't get me wrong, though. Street Fighter as a franchise It was still chugging along.
Of
Capcom
course.
was making the Street Fighter Alpha games, as well as the Street Fighter EX games, along with all of their various other 2D fighting games of the rest of the 90s. I think once they came out with the Versus games, like X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes, and then Marvel versus Capcom, that would also help, like, sort of, keep things back in the profile. But generally, Street Fighter was on a downswing by the time this was out here.
Right. Now, what I mean when I say you can tell that the foreign version came out in 96 is they replaced all of the cool synthy Japanese music with like American alt rock, and it's not great. It's not the worst thing in the world, but if you can, I think on the Blu-ray now, you do have the option of watching the English dub with the original Japanese music, and I recommend that.
Yes, of course. But yes, this was...
or just watch the whole thing in Japanese. That's good, too.
Yes, even the soundtrack was dubbed, and I do remember the advertisements having a call-out about the soundtrack featuring KMFDM.
Yeah, Korn, Alice in Chains, great. No, I love Street Fighter. That's not music I'm into at all.
No, but it's 1996, so...
Yeah, they had to sell it to kids who were... about to start buying Dragon Ball shirts and Hot Topic.
Yes, absolutely. Dragon Ball was...
that's the demographic.
Heading here quickly, and, Pokemon hot on its heels after that. And so, not that Pokemon was treated as cool as Street Fighter, but in terms of, like, getting young people into anime is what I mean. And so, yeah, Street Fighter was kind of like this weird... Again, kind of like this pilot program.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like anime hadn't existed in America before that, but I feel like when you have a big franchise that at least gamers recognize, that can be a gateway into the anime stuff. So
America was still trying to figure out how to properly market anime.
Yeah.
Because we can't just leave this Japanese thing the way it is. It's too weird. Like, no, that's why we like it. We like the way that it is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure, dub it. That's great. You need to do that, I guess. But, like, just leave the soundtrack the way it is. You don't need to change this stuff. We like it because of what it is.
Exactly. Why would you even... Okay, yeah, anyway. But Street Fighter was on a downswing, and my point is that I can't believe there wasn't a more concentrated effort to get this movie, like, licensed and dubbed much sooner after the Japanese release. Because Street Fighter was still hot enough in 1994, and the Van Damme movie was going to come out, and... maybe that's why.
Oh.
Maybe that took precedence.
Yeah.
A movie I don't really like.
Oh, I do.
I know it has its camp factor, but I feel like it's a bit too camp for what it should have been.
No, I love it. I will defend that movie. I did, and maybe this is getting ahead of ourselves, but what is the very last frame of the film?
The anime? You mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I want to spoil it? I don't know, because...
It's pertinent. It's pertinent to this discussion.
Okay.
I didn't screen grab it, so I don't know what it is verbatim. But it's basically, hey, get ready for the live action Street Fighter movie now filming in Hollywood, USA.
Oh, yes.
They stuck that at the end there.
Get this also, it was released here in two versions, unrated and PG-13. Basically, if you got the one where the logo is purple, that's the unrated version. Now, I did own this on VHS when it was new, and it was the rated one, not unrated.
Okay.
I guess I didn't know about the difference or didn't bother trying to get my mom to get that one, but I did miss out on some of this movie's features. Nevertheless...
Two specific features.
Well, apparently, I don't know. I couldn't corroborate this, but actually, I guess the unrated one was apparently still missing the all-important nudity.
I had read that as well, yeah. That must have been disappointing to people who bought the unrated one.
I tried to verify this, find some copies on Internet Archive and stuff, but no, people have decided to just have the uncut version as much as possible. That's fine. So I don't know. Again, I only have first-hand experience with the censored version. If anyone bought the purple version, unrated, let me know. So yes, the dub. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some highlights of the dub cast. It's a who's who of people using pseudonyms to duck the union. I think, Alex, we both clocked Bo Billingsley again as DJ.
Yes, yeah. Kind of playing against type, because he usually...
Yeah.
He doesn't usually do, like, the street characters. He's typically the older, wiser characters.
Yeah, you would have thought he'd be Balrog, if anybody.
No, not even Balrog. Like I would have thought he would be like, I don't know, one of the guys at Interpol.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you're right.
You know?
Yeah, that boss guy at Interpol.
Yeah.
Could have been a good Bo Billingsley voice.
But he does a DJ, and it almost sounds, it almost, I don't know, it sounds a little strange to hear Bo Billingsley doing a DJ character.
Yeah.
Also, and we'll get to this, I think, as well, why is DJ not Jamaican? Why is everybody just blanket American? Even all of the characters, like Cammy, classically British character, just American. Every character in London, American. What is happening?
That's what happens when you dub it in LA, I guess.
Okay. They have English actors in LA.
All right. Save it for the...
Fine.
Let me go through the rest of the cast highlights here. Richard Epcar, who was Bato in Ghost in the Shell. He does a very good job as E. Honda. I really like...
Oh, yeah, he's fun.
Yeah. He really takes on E. Honda's characterization in this movie with full force. Some good lines from him. Leah Sargent is Chun-Li, who... Leah Sargent has a very distinctive voice, I think, in terms of like the history of anime dubbing, but I'm not sure I like her as Chun-Li here. I'll get into it maybe, but yeah. She was a very important Cowboy Bebop character, Judy, the girl from the Big Shot show.
That's right.
Yes, and she was Millie from Trigun. Alex, I know you're a Trigun stan.
Yeah, well, I watched it in high school and I quite enjoyed it, but I don't know if I would enjoy it now.
Okay, well, you were. Past tense.
Okay.
You knew your
sure.
Trigun.
Was Millie the big girl? Millie was the big one?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. So I could just say anything and you'd believe it. Okay, Millie, she was a gun.
Yes.
Okay.
Alex, any more highlights for you before I move on to the obvious one we're both going to talk about?
No.
Okay.
Just the obvious one. That's the only one I was going to bring up.
So there's also some guy named Phil Williams playing Fei Long. No, I'm sorry. The actor's name is Walter White. So Bryan Cranston is in this. He did not do a ton of anime voices, but he was in some known properties. He was in Arbitrage 2 and Macross Plus. He did a voice in Wings of Honeemise. But to me, this is the one that sticks. Fei Long.
Yeah.
In Street Fighter 2.
It's pretty neat. And assuming they recorded the dub in 95, this would have been just after his first appearance as Tim Whatley on Seinfeld.
Yes, indeed. You got a drop?
No.
Okay.
Do you?
No.
All right. Well, then I guess let's try to do it from memory.
All right.
Jerry, it's our sense of humor that sustained us as a people for 4,000 years.
5,000.
Even better.
That's the dub cast. We are watching the completely uncut. I made sure that it was completely uncut. The Blu-ray release from Discotek, who did it up all nice about 10 years ago. And then they did it up all nice again in 4K just a few years ago. So you can enjoy it in the highest definition possible. I'd like to say, just as a side note, I do think getting 4K clarity in, say, a PlayStation 2 video game kind of ruins like the look of that game. But if it's a 4K upscale or remaster, rephotographing, rescan of an anime, I love it. That's how it should be done. Yeah. Get anime in the highest
how you do it.
resolutions we can. Oh, but wait. Not only is there a game and an anime, there is an anime game.
What?
This is a new development, I know. Much like how the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie got the Street Fighter the movie games, Capcom was not going to leave this movie in the dust. No siree. In Japan in 1996 was the Street Fighter 2 movie game. Street Fighter 2 movie for PlayStation and Saturn. This is erroneously called the Street Fighter 2 the interactive movie by people on the internet. It's just it just says interactive movie as like the genre tag on the box art because that's what Capcom.
This is like
did.
some Hyrule Fantasy bullshit.
Yeah, or Operation Ragnargard on Neo Geo. This is a mostly FMV game where you are basically playing one of the monitor cyborgs from the story. We'll get into it, but basically there's like these cyborgs that go around scanning the fighters for Bison's, database or whatever. And in this, in a little window, you watch nearly the entire movie in partitioned out clips, and it is your job as the cyborg to use like a search function and like moving the crosshair around. And then through that, you can analyze the characters and power up the cyborg whenever you see the characters fighting. It's if it sounds convoluted, it is. I'm not just explaining it badly. It is convoluted.
It almost sounds like Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, but FMV.
Okay.
Pokemon Snap meets Night Trap.
Also, it sounds awful.
Yes. But when the movie is almost done, the game then changes into a one-round Street Fighter game where you play the cyborg and battle a computer-controlled Ryu on a stage background that is the barren plot of land with Ryu's cabin from the third act of the movie.
Wow. Okay. Why does this show up at Evo?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Maybe way, way in the back corner. If anybody wants to do Street Fighter 2 movie money matches. Oh, wait, they can't because this is single player only. But yeah. I think so, yes. No, there's a versus mode. But you play two cyborgs, I believe it is.
Why are they fighting each other?
I don't know. But the cyborg sprite is just a reskin of Ryu or Ken because he has the same moveset as well. But this whole thing is genuinely just a reskin of Super Turbo. It's just like a slice of Super Turbo done up to be like the anime. And so after that, you get to watch the rest of the movie and through the ending. But if you lost against Ryu, it just ends as usual. The movie just ends as we will see. But if you win, there's a whole new animated sequence where like Bison is about to become president or something. And then Ryu leaps in at the last moment to fight him. And then it pauses at a cliffhanger.
Wait, like Bison doesn't have Secret Service men who dive in front of him to take the Ryu for him?
No, Ryu jumps really high. So
okay. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But if you beat him with a perfect, you then watch an ending where the cyborg turns on Bison, and then there's a fight scene that is basically the same as this fight game mode I just described, where the cyborg is inserted in place of Ryu beating the shit out of Bison in the end.
All right.
In this last fight. And then it goes on to the epilogue, where the cyborg is also Ryu as he walks down the road with Ken driving next to him in the end of the movie.
Hey, good looking.
It is hilarious, but it's not worth it. I mean, I'm describing the story mode, and every time you have to watch the whole movie across 2 discs to get to the end to see any result of your playing. And that is the Ryu fight. And if you didn't power up enough, like you just can't beat Ryu. Like he stops taking damage at some point because you're too weak. Now they let you save before the fight starts, but again, if you're too weak, it doesn't really help. You would still have to start all over.
You just
watch the movie.
You saved yourself into a corner in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thanks. But yeah, there are original animated sequences in this, still also made by Group TAC, I guess, and they're credited right on the copyright screen. And so, yeah, if you didn't know that this came out, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I can't imagine what like marketing asshole at the company decided to push this through. Like, it is such a waste of time for everyone involved.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. But that is the anime game, and now we are finally going to discuss on this special episode Street Fighter 2, the animated movie.
Yes.
Starting off, by the way, before you start, Alex, I want to say, I love an ident. Shout out to the shimmery slivers of the Capcom logo that come together at the beginning of this.
Yeah, pretty good. Good looking logo.
I mean, Capcom has a rich history of little logo intros in their games.
Yes. I love the laser cubes of the PS1 Capcom logo. That's one of my favorites. It's
kind of like that. It's like an evolution of that in a way. Yeah. Not the cube.
It's good stuff.
Same concept. Yeah. Good on them.
All right. Are you ready to talk about Street Fighter 2: the animated movie?
I've been ready my whole life.
Good. Here we go. It was a dark and stormy night. Ryu and Sagat are facing off in the middle of a field while we get a RoboCop-style POV scan of them highlighting their physical parameters and abilities.
They got the whole list going.
Yeah, it's like lung capacity.
They're listing every single one of
muscle.
Every muscle.
Yeah.
But all the muscles are up in like the 90-point range.
They got
Or,
great
like,
muscles.
It's all like 85 points up to 90ish. I mean, if they get all 90s, they get an S rank. Is that it? Is that how that works?
That's if they read 10 books, they get a free personal pan pizza
All right. Yes.
from Pizza Hut.
All right.
Yeah. It was called the Punch It program.
I could just imagine. Yeah.
So they fight for a few minutes. Ryu staggers Sagat with a Shoryuken that leaves Sagat bleeding and then finishes him off with a Hadoken right into our title reveal.
Yeah. Now I want to talk about the sequence a little bit. There's like a good, like a crazy nice shot of like Ryu looking up, like way up at a suddenly much larger Sagat, and it's such an interesting choice, like how they framed that.
Oh yeah, he's
supposed
just
to think
gigantic.
that, but you're supposed to think that he's like super menacing, even more gigantic than he really is.
Yeah, everybody is just a wall of muscle, and some of I feel like with Guile, it's a little grotesque. I like the way Sagat looks. I like a lot of the definition on some of these guys, but some of it on Guile and Honda and T-Hawk is a little like, are you a mutant? What is wrong with you?
I think it's mostly faithful to how they look in the game, although Sagat is not
it's a lot
quite
more.
as beefy in the game. He's supposed to be
I think
a slender kickboxer.
I think it's because you're looking at a lot more like hard lines and not soft, colors separating different areas of pixel. In the game, I think the muscle looks a lot more natural. And here you've got a lot harder, darker lines. So they look, it's got a very distinct, like grotesque muscle man look to it.
Yeah, I'd say that. It's pretty good though. There's another like RoboVision shot. There's a very funny one. It's like as it's evaluating their objectivity and leadership, among other things. Like Ryu gets an 83.184 in leadership, while Sagat only gets an 80.453. And so, he is just a henchman. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Boy, I would think Ryu would get more. He seems to me to be like the Captain America of the team. He seems like a natural leader. Why is he only at 83?
Well, if we think of this as an origin story sort of thing, then he's not quite there yet, maybe. So
I guess.
And then Ryu delivers the Dragon Punch to Sagat. That's how he gets his big scar. And then there's that big burst of blood, which I think really sets the tone of this, like the level of violence in this movie.
Yes.
Like, this is not some dinky SNES game, bro. This is Street Fighter with blood.
That's right. We had blood before Mortal Kombat.
Right. Well, Street Fighter 2 in the arcade had some blood, but like in the versus portraits, I think like...
Oh, that's true, yeah. I seem to remember.
Yeah.
I do remember there being some blood coming out when Blanka does his bite.
Right. And the most other visceral thing is like when you hit somebody hard enough and they vomit. There's like a little vomit sprite that falls from their mouth.
Gross.
They stopped doing that pretty quickly. But,
oh boy. All right. So that's our intro. It's gorgeous. It's very well animated, like most of this film is. We cut over to London, where a politician promoting an anti-narcotics initiative is assassinated by a crazed Cammy. She is tackled by guards and arrested.
Yeah. This guy is like there for some event, some talk or something with like the most boomer style writing on a plain black and white banner. It says, "Drug-free society, period. Keep our children away from narcotics, period. Albert Sellers, period." So this is Albert Sellers, and also it's London, but is he American? Like the character for real? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. Every English person is just voiced by an American.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even ask them to try to do accents.
Yeah, Cammy's British. We know that, but I mean, her voice is not, but the character is. But
yeah.
And right at the end of that, there's a good freeze frame on Cammy with her screaming out with her tongue way out, and it's like,
yeah, I love that. Yeah, that freeze frame is actually our scene transition because we see that this footage is now being viewed on a monitor by Chun-Li at Interpol. She's reviewing this footage with her colleagues. She remarks that Cammy seems to have been brainwashed by Shadow Law. She then introduces the other three boss characters as Bison's top mercenaries and mentions that Interpol will engage in a joint operation with the U.S. military to take them down.
Yeah. I know it's Street Fighter, but why does Chun-Li have to wear her street fighting outfit at work?
Yeah, that seemed it almost seems ceremonial to me, that outfit. Like it seems weird that I'd like to see her in just like a nice suit,
Right. like dress the part of an Interpol agent. So yeah, they go through these dossiers on screen, and they are in English. And I mean, they couldn't or didn't want to cover up the Bison name on Balrog's dossier. So, like, you know,
Oh yeah.
as we all know, they had to swap the bosses' names because Balrog the boxer is actually M. Bison in Japan because it's a take on Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't want to get in trouble for that. So they just did like a tire rotation of the boss names. Now,
You're supposed to rotate your bosses every 3 installments,
Yeah.
they say.
and so Vega the dictator, evil main villain, is called M. Bison in American. Yeah, so we all know that.
Right. This is why I think when you're dealing with like international FGC interactions, a lot of players refer to those 3 characters as Claw, Boxer, and Dictator.
Right, dictator, yeah. Yeah, Sagat made it out. Sagat
Yeah,
is Sagat.
he's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's like they didn't cover it up for the anime dub is what I mean.
No.
So it's like, but yeah, the other thing about these dossier descriptions is that if you read them, they're all from the Street Fighter manuals. Like basically all the console game manuals will have variations on that bio text.
Yeah, I want to say with the exception of the Albert Sellers anti-narcotics banner, all of the English stuff in this movie, like all the newspaper stuff, I think looks really good and surprisingly accurate. Like all of the English is good. It's like it's not just like lorem ipsum. It's actually it's well written. They had it proofread by a native. It looks like
Yeah, no Mac software newsletters or anything.
Yeah, even the New York Times page at one point is like it's just it's you know it's got the slogan all the news that's fit to print.
Yes.
It's got today's weather in the upper right, and it's all like accurately written out. They just took a newspaper and were like, yes, we should. Yeah.
We'll highlight it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the New York Times.
Cut to Guile's stage. We're now at Patterson Air Force Base, to be specific. Jets screech overhead. One of them touches down, carrying our pal Guile. An officer flags him down and says someone from Interpol is here to see him. Now, the dub bumps him down from major to captain for reasons that I don't understand.
Right.
Guile is usually a major, sometimes a colonel. I think in the live-action movie he's Colonel Guile.
Yeah, Van Damme is Colonel Guile.
Yeah, but he's typically, like I looked it up, like the Air Force has both captain and major. He's major in the game. He's major in the Japanese subtitles. Why is he Why is he bumped down to captain in the English dub only?
That is really weird. I have no idea.
I have no idea. Yeah.
What difference would it make?
I don't know. Why do that?
I mean, it doesn't sound any worse on the tongue necessarily.
No, I think major sounds more impressive than just captain.
I don't know. Was Major Dad still running in 1996?
Maybe it was.
They didn't want to get in trouble with Gerald McCraney.
No. If only that show had been called Captain Dad, they could have kept it as major.
No, it ran until 1993, so not when it was dubbed. But yeah.
I don't know. If anybody here has been in the Air Force or has experience in this, please write in.
Or experience with Guile or being demoted.
Yes, if you're Guile, please write. Guile, please call in 805 NMW Talk. Give us the reason.
Yes.
So it turns out it's Chun-Li who wants to see him. She wants to talk about this joint operation, but Guile says, nuts to that, I'm going to get Bison myself.
Yeah, and then Chun-Li is making these like huffy girl Chan faces because she can't believe this guy is like rebuffing her or whatever. And I don't know, as she's doing this, it always struck me as incongruous, like to the character. I don't know.
Yeah, she is given a lot of cute faces in this, but I disagree. I found them very cute, like especially at the very end. She gets some cute anime faces. I think she's absolutely adorable in this. But she also has plenty of good opportunities to kick ass when she has to, and that's fun as well. I think she balances those two sides very well, I feel.
Well, I mostly agree with you. I don't know about the balance.
I think it's balanced pretty well because she does have angry, I'm going to beat your ass face, and that comes out when it needs to. But she's also just a total cutie patootie.
I suppose. I'm torn on it, I guess.
I'm a sucker for cute anime face on a fight girl.
I get it. It's just a little bit weird to me when it happens on screen. I don't know. Weird
Maybe
brain.
it's too
Who
early
knows?
for it.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I think that's part of it. It's too early to like do that sort of
could be.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, over in Cambodia, we see a jet flying into a secret lair housed inside of a giant monument in a mountainous jungle. Bison and the boss posse disembark in a very Empire Strikes Back-esque scene where they're flanked by guards. Inside the Shadow Law base, Bison meets with creepy scientist man, whom I refer to as Sinister Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, okay.
Who unveils their new model of surveillance robot, which is what we saw in the intro. Like the first time I saw the intro, I didn't know that there were Bison bots as part of the story. I thought it was just a weird way to like show the audience this is how strong these guys
It's
are.
very
I didn't realize
confusing.
we were actually I didn't realize we were getting a POV shot from the cyborgs.
Like, is this just RoboCop?
Yeah. Bison is very eager to track down Ryu after his victory over Sagat, and so dispatches his new robots to go find him.
Yeah, you mentioned that sort of Darth Vader type movement. I do feel a little excitement watching all those boss characters like walk menacingly down the hallways. Like, ooh, it's them! It's them!
It was really cool seeing them all together. Yeah, and when they get on the elevator, you see exactly how humongous Sagat is.
Yes.
He's like a foot and a half taller than Bison. It's Bison's really wide. He's just a brick wall of a man, but Sagat is a giant.
Well, you always need the heavy, right?
You do.
I wanted to call that chibi mad scientist guy like Dr. Slyly or something. Because like
Dr. Slyly?
well, he's a squat little Dr. Wily type.
He's a Sly Wily, yeah.
Not looking like him, but I think they should have packed in more Capcom fan service and just make it more of a very Wily-like guy.
Give him that mustache, yeah.
Yeah. The mustache and the hair.
Give him a cape.
Yeah.
Give him a bolo tie with a skull on it. Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, you know what? I guess if we want to talk Capcom, he kind of looks like Willow.
Okay.
How about that?
Sure.
Oh yeah, and then at the end of this, they're talking about getting the cyborgs dispatched or whatever, and Bison says, "I don't care if you have to fly a cyborg into the depths of the Himalayas." Cut to the Himalayas.
Yeah. We cut to Ryu training on a mountaintop, reminiscing about his time training with Ken in their youth.
That's right. Yep.
Maybe this is confirmed in Act 3. He lives on top of this mountain. He has to scale this mountain by hand every time he goes home?
Is it? I thought it was a different location, but whatever. Okay.
I thought at the end of the movie, we'll talk about it later, but he's scaling a mountain and then he's home, as if to imply that's his commute.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. What's the deal? This is going to show up later as well. What is the deal with their master being a disembodied voice?
I know, right?
Inside of like a shrine.
Sensei.
Is that?
Where is he? He's like he's like Nanny from Muppet Babies. Where's Sensei?
Is it nap time, Sensei? I looked this up, and even the Street Fighter wiki credits that character as Goken.
Okay.
And like, Goken is a
Sure.
living guy who shows up later in other stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't we see? Was that not decided yet internally?
I get
Is it meant to be the spirit of their sensei? I don't understand why they never ever show him, but he talks to them several times.
They just added him in late, you know? Like,
I don't know.
we already animated it, but yeah.
Who? No. Yeah, could be.
This flashback scene, you know, young Ryu and Ken sparring, is one of these scenes that was integrated back into the games. Like it's the tutorial of Street Fighter V. Basically, it's a very similar thing where it's just like young Ryu and Ken sparring. So yeah, I mean, the games kind of do owe a lot to this movie afterwards. So I mean, it influenced the games in interesting ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here is also an example of, you know, Ken's dubbed voice. It is the younger version of Ken, but I feel like he's just like too snarky. He does. he's like teasing Ryu a little bit too much, and Ryu's like, "Knock it off," or whatever. And then Ken's like, "Oh, don't be so sensitive." And I'm like, okay, weird delivery.
I actually think this voice suits young Ken. I think it's a little out of place for adult Ken.
Yeah.
I think that there are times when adult Ken is speaking where I'm like, I don't know if that's Ken. That doesn't quite match the idea of Ken. I think it fits his younger self fine, but I don't know. So that's our introduction to Ryu. Now it's Ken's turn, and we move over to Seattle.
Oh.
Perfect. See, that's closer to the Japanese soundtrack. Why couldn't we have had that?
Yeah.
I wish. We are introduced to cool guy Ken driving his red sports car on the highway outside Seattle on his way to a date with his girlfriend, Eliza. He apologizes for being late, explaining that a fight went long, and even though he won, he doesn't seem entirely satisfied.
Yeah. We don't really see this fight or anything, but yeah.
No. In fact, when he was saying it, I thought it was going to be a gag. He said, "Sorry I'm late. My opponent was stronger than I thought."
Uh-huh.
And then I thought she was going to say, "Who is your opponent?" And he was going to say, "Seattle traffic."
Yeah, right? Something like that.
And instead it was just, no, he's talking about an actual fight that happened. But yeah, we kind of... Yeah, we get the sense that he's not satisfied because even though he won the fight, she's like, "Ooh, looks like you can carve another notch in your gun, cowboy." And he's like, "Yeah, I guess." Like he's very clearly pining for something more, and we find out what that is.
Yeah.
If you can't already guess.
Hey, credit to the animators. They did get the right kind of sign, freeway sign. It does accurately show that you go from the 405 to the 520 to go to Redmond.
Yeah, nice. Accurate. Pretty good.
Yes.
Do you think they took an actual trip down over to America, down to Seattle to get some pictures?
I mean, any excuse to go take a field trip, but I think the time was of the essence to get this movie done in 6 months. Maybe not.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They just got some.
At
photos.
the time, you couldn't just Google, Seattle highway signs. You'd have to go there.
Well, you just go to the public library and look up an encyclopedia.
That's true. Under S for Seattle.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so that's Ken. He's very cool. Over on a film set in China, we see a director and a crew waiting around impatiently for their star, Fei Long, who has yet to show up for filming. I completely forgot he was an actor. Has that always been part of his lore?
Yeah. He's a Bruce Lee type.
Okay.
Yep, he's just Bruce Lee.
All right.
He knew when his call time was, but nobody's seen him since lunch.
It's always something with that Fei Long. He's an asshole.
Oh, Fei Long's an asshole.
Yeah, just like Tim Watley.
Right. Where could that Fei Long be? Why, taking in a little brawl before work, it seems. Fei Long he's in some kind of like underground fight ring. He looks on as Ryu is shoved into the ring and made to fight a generic brute, whom he topples handily with a headbutt. Fei Long is intrigued and steps into the ring to test our Ryu himself.
Not bad, or was it just luck? Let's see how well you do against a fighter like me. There's been a shortage of new blood around here lately, so what's your name?
I'm just passing through here. Just a Japanese guy taking in a fight. And Ryu is my name.
Ryu!
Ryu!
You should know what your own name is. But,
yeah, you can really tell it's a younger Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Sounds great. I love him.
Closer to Malcolm in the Middle era.
Yes! Malcolm in the Ring!
Yes, indeed. Malcolm in the middle of a 3-hit combo. I don't know.
Oh, great.
My question is, though, why would a famous actor want to participate in Underground Street? Oh, right, that's the game.
Yeah. That's his whole deal.
Yeah, right. But you know what I mean.
Yes. I have one more clip from right after that.
No, we're not done yet. You haven't seen anything. Get ready.
Pretty good. We got the angry Fei Long as well. Brian's really stretching it.
Yeah, like after Ryu gives Fei Long like a good hit, like a good impactful hit, there's like a shot of the astounded crowd and all the guys have like huge white surprised eyes all of a sudden. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Actually did take it clear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. Love it.
Some of them kind of look like Ray from the real Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, which is never far from your thoughts
No,
or prayers. Yeah,
I'm afraid not.
So Fei Long holds his own for a while, but review. Andy Daly's review, but Ryu.
I like Forrest McNeil.
But Ryu pulls it out in the end. After the fight, the new pals take a stroll through town, and Fei Long explains Shadow Law to Ryu.
What's this shadow law? You don't know? Nope.
Nope.
No, sir. So what is Shadow Law? Well, it's a crime syndicate. Although in the Van Damme movie, Shadowloo is a war-torn nation. So take your pick.
Yeah, I guess we have to get into that. It's Shadow Law and Shadowloo. We've tried to talk about this before. What is it in the original Street Fighter II manual? Isn't it both? Didn't they screw up and it's like both? There's pages where it says Shadow Law and pages where it says Shadowloo? Because I remember both.
I don't know. I can't bring it up right now. I mean...
I don't recall either, but...
They did revise the manuals from the ports and different upgrades. So,
yeah.
You know, they could have changed it.
Shadow Law, like the katakana is Shadowru.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not supposed to be Shadow Law. It's not supposed to be a country where shadow is law.
Yeah.
I mean, A, that makes no fucking sense and means nothing, but B, that's not what the katakana is trying to convey.
Right.
It is supposed to be maybe Shadowloo.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
But they split the difference and they made it Shadow Law, which just sounds kind of silly.
I've heard Shadowlao.
Shadowlao? It's not Shadowlao at all.
Was that in the Chun-Li movie, the shitty one?
Oh, no.
I think they say that.
Oh, boy. I liked Shadowloo as a kid because it was mysterious and it was like, oh, it's just this, it's like a nation state that he just created and it's called Shadowloo.
Yeah, right.
Shadow Law is like, you know, what a 12-year-old names their secret forest base or whatever. Not quite as good.
Dark Force.
That's Phantasy Star.
Yes. Yeah, as they end their chat and then Ryu just walks off to his next adventure, like, oh my god, the backgrounds are so good.
Yeah.
You can really see it in this sequence. Like the shot of Ryu walking away from Fei Long is just like gorgeous, especially in high def. Like, oh my goodness.
Everything looks great. I love it.
Backgrounds, I think, partly done by Kusanagi, the famous background art company. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've done a bunch of anime, as well as my favorite game, Boku no Natsuyasumi. But yeah.
That's right.
So I would assume they did that sequence, and boy, is it good.
Yeah, there's that scene later where Honda and Balrog are fighting inside their uncle's clay pot collection. They knock everything down.
Yes, that too. Yeah, lots of gorgeous backgrounds in this.
You'll love to see it. All right. Off the coast of Seattle, a Bison bot spies on a match between Ken and T-Hawk taking place in some kind of dock warehouse, I guess.
Right.
T-Hawk is looking for glory and heard that Ken is strong. And that's why he just wants to beat him, I guess.
Yeah, right. But he doesn't.
No. Ken wins, but refuses to finish T-Hawk, despite him saying finish it. He gets in his car, still pining for Ryu, and peels out.
Yeah. It's like, finish it. You can't leave it like this. And I'm like, yes, we can. It's Street Fighter, not Mortal Kombat. I don't gotta finish anybody.
I don't need a murder on my record. What the fuck is wrong with you?
The start of the scene is great because it's like a cyborg bobbing up and down on a boat, and it's just like it's like they're doing the bobbing up and down a little too much, so it's even funnier to watch just like this cyborg going up and down on the boat as he's watching these two.
Well, cyborgs don't get seasick, as you know.
Right. Now, of course, this movie does have to feature all of the Street Fighter II characters, and I love it for that, but I do have to ask, like, why is T-Hawk here? Is it because, like, I mean, why did they choose to put him in this scene? Is it because, like, indigenous people are a big part of the Pacific Northwest? Like,
but he's from Mexico.
Sure, but if you're a Japanese producer on an anime, and you look at T-Hawk, you're like...
Well, also, I mean, T-Hawk did mention... Or implied, I guess, that he was on a journey to fight strong challengers. I think it makes sense that he would go all the way up to Seattle.
Sure, Mexican Ryu.
Yes!
I mean, there's certainly no other reason for Ken to be here. like at the dock
Well,
at
he lives
night.
there. Oh, at the dock, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't... Why would he be hanging out at a dock?
Well, I guess he does live there. It is his stage in the game. So.
Oh, that's true. You're right. Wait a minute. Maybe he lives there. He lives on a boat.
Yeah.
Because we see a house later on, but it turns out it's his girlfriend's house. She lives in fucking Tony Stark's house from Iron Man 3.
I know. Oh my God, yes.
But like, where does Ken live? I don't think we ever see Ken's house.
No.
Wow. All right.
He really is just a vagabond. Yeah. All right. Moving on.
After all of that, when Ken peels out, we get a look at his license plate, which is ST2 250. The ST2, I think, is obviously Stotsu, which is the cute Japanese condensed way to say Street Fighter 2.
Sto2!
What does 250 mean, if anything?
America's next birthday? I don't know.
Well, the next one's 251.
250.
Right.
I don't know offhand.
Oh man, I should have saved my Pokemon Crystal streams for America's birthday next year because I'm catching all 251. Shit.
It doesn't strike me as like a Goro Awase thing. So.
No. Okay. Over in Calcutta, a man seems to be holding a political rally surrounded by onlookers and guards. Ryu strolls through the slums where we spot a sinister-looking mercenary type sitting in a sinister-looking car. Ryu turns a corner and a young child barrels into him, dropping and spilling a metal jug of milk on the ground. Ryu feels bad and gives the kid some money for more milk for her sick mother. What a guy.
Yep.
Nearby, we see a fight between Dalsim and E Honda happening. Lots of signature moves on display, hand slaps, teleports, etc. But then Dalsim busts out some kind of psychic paralysis that prevents Honda from moving. I don't know what this was. All the while, Ryu and a Bison bot look on.
Secret new yoga technique.
It's a secret yoga technique? Well, is that in the games?
No, not really.
Where Dalsim looks at you and you freeze on the ground?
No, I'm afraid not.
All right.
He's just got stretchy arms.
Okay. And we've already seen some of this before. There's going to be a lot of them cramming in characters' special moves here and there. They're kind of fun every time they pop out.
Yes, it is way too funny seeing a cameo of Akuma just casually sitting on the side of the road.
Yes.
A character that's consistently been treated as having god-level power. Like,
yeah. He's just chilling. He's just sitting in front of a bowl of oranges, I guess.
Just chilling on the side of the road in India. No one notices. It's literally just in a panning shot. Just, hey, there's Akuma.
Yeah. I thought, like, the first when I saw him in that scene, I thought, oh no, are they introducing him into the movie?
Right, yeah.
I thought Bison was the villain, but Akuma traditionally, like, trounces Bison when he shows. All right. So Dalsim suddenly stops, sensing Ryu's power nearby, and just immediately forfeits the fight to Honda. Honda's kind of confused by this.
I didn't get this clip, but it is a funny line where Dalsim goes like, I sense the power of a man.
Yeah.
All right.
We then see that sinister mercenary man from before getting out of his sinister car. Cut to street urchin girl running over to Ryu to give him his change from the milk. Cut back to mercenary man brutalizing the political candidate. He gives him a chop to the neck, and the guy's just dead.
Yeah.
He knocks the girl over in his escape and is hilariously gunned down by the candidate's security tail and a guy in his own car.
Yes. It is pretty violent for Street Fighter.
Yeah, he is just riddled with bullets. Like it's like something out of a McBain clip on The Simpsons.
Right. On the other hand, pretty mild for a 90s anime.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird. It's like half an hour into the movie, and so far it's mostly just been character introductions and like very little plot movement.
Yeah.
Nothing has really moved in the story until like the very end of this scene where we get back to Bison.
Yeah, I mean, there's some pressure, right, to introduce 16 characters and.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they do it.
They do it. I mean, some of them only show up for a minute or two, but they're there. They do some of their moves and then they peace out.
Yeah.
So Ryu gives chase and manages to beat up the gun guy from the car, but the car makes a getaway. He checks on urchin girl. She's fine, and she could keep the change.
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked how that girl had this like giant saucer eyes, and I was
yes,
like,
very childlike.
Yeah, I was like, is it maybe inspired by that National Geographic cover?
Oh my God, it might have been.
Yeah. Because also when she's first introduced, they like hold on her for a few seconds.
They really do, yeah.
With those huge doe eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, is that kind of like a mild reference to that, I wonder?
Yeah, could be. So Honda approaches Ryu and says, "Hey, thanks for bailing me out. Japanese fighters have to stick together."
Yeah.
And he gives a hearty laugh. He offers up half of the prize money. I like this Honda.
Yeah, I do too. A lot, yeah.
He's great.
Just two Japanese guys in the middle of India.
Yeah.
Doing the street fighting thing.
Elsewhere, Bison receives word that the hit was successful and then reviews the Ken footage his cyborg captured in Seattle.
One more item. Our cyborg in Seattle sent back an interesting video. I think you might find it very enlightening.
People of Seattle, listen to me! We are not barbarians! We are not Neanderthals! And we are not French! Do you hear that, you up there? On my way.
Oh. What's Frasier's power level, do we think, in this universe?
Yeah. It's got to be
4,
in the high 2000s. Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, 4,000.
Love to imagine Bison brainwashing Frasier to be his next assassin. Oh, God. Oh, outstanding.
Well, I think if we track the drama of the movie, then I think he would more likely brainwash Niles first and then
oh, right.
use him as bait.
That's right.
Yeah. Boy, Bison really hates that scientist.
He really does.
That guy gives him everything, and he's just like, fuck off.
All right, ass. He seems to hate everybody. He's
well, yeah.
Like I know he's literally a cartoon villain, but you don't need to make him that much of a cartoonish villain.
Yeah,
he's
right.
I feel like it worked. Like physically, it works where he's just pretty much invincible. That's fun. That's good villain stuff.
Yeah.
But he has. I counted. He has one moment. He has exactly one moment of mild self-deprecation, and it's later when he says, "Oh, it's this scene where he So okay, I'll just get to it right here. He sees the Ken footage. He also reviews footage of Cammy's interrogation, in which she doesn't recall a single thing. Bison then decides he's going to bring in Ken himself and turn him into a brainwashed assassin. Yeah, Scientist Man is like, should I send out some Bison bots? And Bison says, no, I think I'll go hunting myself. I'm a little out of practice.
Right.
Or something to that effect. And even that in the Japanese version may not have been carried that kind of connotation.
No,
but
no.
I find it funny. He is very much an over-the-top cartoon villain. And it's fun when we get to the fight scenes. And I find it a little bit less fun when he's talking to his goon squad.
Yeah. But yeah, he's just a really shitty boss.
He's just a prick to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a shitty boss. Yes.
I forget at what point in this, but he literally just says, I don't give a shit. And it's like,
Yeah,
whoa.
And again, that was I was talking about this in my Twitch chat during a stream, and somebody had mentioned that, the company that did the translation and the dub kind of had a reputation for...
Animes,
yeah, had a reputation for 15ing content and...
Oh, sure.
Sort of inserting swears where that you really didn't need them just because it sounds edgy, and that was probably one of those instances.
As was the style at the time, and this was also co-produced by Manga Entertainment. The dub was, I believe, and so like manga was the bad boys of anime, and so they really inserted a lot of extra swearing and stuff into things that maybe they didn't have to.
Was there a limit, though? Because later on, he calls Ken a worthless pile of excrement. Like, you've already proven you're okay with saying shit. What happened to that?
I mean, this does start at PG-13, so you can only...
Trying to be polite in front of Ryu? What's going on? I guess.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. All right.
By the way, the cyborg footage of Cammy's interrogation, the cyborgs really get around, don't they? More than Ryu does. Like,
yes. Well, there's a bunch of them, right? He's got like a whole fleet of them.
I guess so. And by the way, they do nothing, but they look almost like Robot Sagat in a way.
Yeah.
Like they look menacing and muscle bound, but they don't do anything.
They never
just
fight.
stand there. Yeah.
They're just, yes, like you could just send
make
a
drones.
drone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you need to make a humanoid bipedal robot that is just covered in muscle and all it is a camera?
Yeah. Well,
What-
we got the grant. So.
Yeah. Good Lord. Okay. So at Patterson Air Force Base, Kyle? I'm very hungry. Okay. I had a late breakfast. I have not had lunch yet.
Oh no. This is an important episode. You had to eat.
We're gonna get through it. I'm consuming my auxiliary chi to get through this.
All right, good.
At Patterson Air Force Base, Guile clocks out after a long day. He's driving off base. His car is blocked by Chun-Li, who once again tries to get him to help in the effort. She eventually wins him over after telling him that Bison killed her father.
Ah, yes.
So the pair hop a flight to LA to quote-unquote recruit DJ, but not really. He's bouncing outside his own club, it seems. And what?
Sorry, you reminded me. By the way, they take a flight to Los Angeles. It's just kind of funny how they both just jump down out of the plane without the steps or anything.
Yes, what was that? Sir, ma'am, you have to wait for this. Ma'am, sir.
Please wait until the
wait.
plane has come to a complete stop.
We have to depressurize the cabin. You can't just open that.
You gotta wait for the bing boom.
Yes.
Oh boy, that was good. Good shot. I know they are strong street fighters and everything, but geez,
That's a bit of a height, you know.
Chun-Li's got those thighs.
Yeah. Thank God. So they're in LA to recruit DJ. They find him bouncing his own club, I guess, because he says, if you don't like my music, get out of here. Guile explains the situation. I have a great DJ clip right here.
Nice kick. I'm Captain Guile, Air Force.
You flying kind of low tonight. If you want the USO, you in the wrong place. Or are you looking for DJ?
I came with a warning. Shadow Law's after you.
Yahoo! They are some badass mothers. I am honored.
I'm not joking. You have no choice when they find you. You either die or join them.
Hey, ease up, man. It's just my sense of humor. Besides, what does Shadow Law want with me?
All right. Bo Billingsley as DJ again.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. And then Chun-Li explains about the Bison bots. And what's the one near her wearing, Ray?
Well, shout out to the cyborg in the Jesus hoodie that she immediately finds. I mean, this is the other thing. Is like, not only do they not do anything, they go down incredibly easy for looking like they look like Sagat Kano. Like, maybe fight back?
Yes! It's standing there in a Jesus hoodie, and she just one-shots the head right off of it.
Yeah, clean off.
Yes, which is really cool. She has a strong kick.
It's a good shot, yeah.
But, like, why are they're just built paper thin. They're just cameras that walk around. I don't understand it. It was kind of disappointing that the entire purpose for him going there is not to recruit DJ and say, hey, come help fight Bison with us, but to be like, hey, you know people, so just like tell all your friends on the streets that there's like camera robots everywhere now. See ya.
That's
it.
This rushed trip, this flight, we got to jump off the plane without steps. We got to rush over to DJ and tell him, oh, hey, careful out there. Bye.
Yeah, that's it. Like, not even taking advantage of his fighting skills, but just his network, I guess. Like, this could have been a phone call.
Well,
this meeting could have been a phone call.
And with that, we've covered all 4 of the new challengers from Super Street Fighter 2.
That's right. Back at Shadow Law, Bison sends Vega after Chun-Li in a scene where Bison creepily ogles Chun-Li on the monitor, sends Vega after her.
Yeah, thanks, Cyborg, for lingering on Chun-Li's chest and then crotch.
Yeah. So I will say this. Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, Bison does remember killing her father, which is more sentimental than Raul Julia Bison.
Yeah.
Right?
But does he know what day it was?
Maybe not. But I mean, he has a little memory of her dad falling, I guess.
Oh, right.
And that's something. After this one, guess where we're going? Sin City.
Enough. Get me Las Vegas now.
Get me Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Like on the hotline, or are you flying there?
On the horn, I guess, yeah.
He's like Larry King, Las Vegas, you're on the air.
Oh, man. When was Bison ever on Larry King?
That would have been some nice ratings, yeah. Big get for CNN.
You have a psycho crusher. How do you do that kick there where you slide on the ground like that? Okay. So yes, over in Las Vegas, Balrog is playing host at a crime convention, I guess, at a fancy club.
And then there's some ADR of like the people in there, and then you hear this exchange from some of the rich crime people.
This is my partner, Mr. Beast.
My partner, Mr. Beast?
That's right, it's Jimmy. This is my partner. He got his start in the Street Fighter II animated movie.
But then it cuts to a guy in a turban, so not quite, but I mean...
Yeah, no. A little weird, yeah.
Well, I think Mr. Beast is, buddy with the Saudi Arabians, I don't know.
Well, yes, that's right. They went over there to film some shit. That's fun. So yeah, speaking of beasts, it's now time for the main attraction. On stage, we get a showdown between Zangief and Blanka. I want to throw out, I'm pretty sure, because I think they say it correctly in the movie. In Japanese, in katakana, his name is Zangief.
Right.
The announcer says Zangief. Pretty sure every American child is butchering it by saying 2 syllables, Zangief. But that's just what we say now. I guess it's tough for Russia. I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, folks. I guess I say Zangief. I'm even probably worse. But like him and Blanka are just doing a Vegas residency, I guess.
Yes. Oh man. Do you think if they made this today, they'd just be on a cruise? They'd be.
Oh yeah, right.
They'd be booked on a Carnival cruise every month or so.
Yeah, the ZB cruise.
I would love. Oh my god, I would love to go on the Street Fighter cruise with you. Yeah. That would be so cool.
You would get pummeled though.
I don't care if it's by Blanka. So this is another great example of that. Like, look, these guys. This is the entirety of their screen time in this movie. They cram in most of their special moves, and it's kind of impressive.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Zangief really only has the spinning pile driver. I don't know if he did the lariat at all, but Blanka's he does the rolling ball. He does the electricity. He does the bite, the bloody bite. It's really good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's true. Balrog is watching this, right? And then he's like, his suit bursts open with like erotic muscle power or something, like from watching.
Yeah, I didn't understand this. I thought it was, I know it's just a nod to him flexing his shirt off in the game, but I didn't understand why it was happening in the moment. I thought like he was just so inspired by the fight. He was so consumed with anger and aggression that he was just going to rush the stage and to participate. Like, break it up, you two. I want to fight.
Well,
no, it's just, hey, everyone, look at my chest.
I'm not saying the rendition of Balrog is entirely racist, but when you look at him, it's like
partially, yeah, yeah. It's not ideal.
There's a suggestion here I don't fully like.
Yeah,
and so if he's just like kind of mostly silent, little bit animalistic, just watching this stuff, you're like, come on.
It's well, I mean, on the one hand, I can understand like. There is a fighter's instinct that I think all of these fighters possess that they love. They love fighting. Look, you don't become a street fighter unless you're really into that scene, you know?
I get it.
Just on the other hand, he's also drawn like pitch black skin, bright pink lips, cockeyed. That's a very specific kind of character design, you know?
And it gets worse later, but we'll get to it.
It gets worse later. All right. All right, folks. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The electric tension.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Alex. I'm sorry. We have to, we got some special news coming at this hour.
What's going on?
This is an Is It Horny special report. Here's Chun-Li's breasts.
Good evening. The nation waits tonight for, So, yes. Vega is sent to deal with Chun-Li, right? And so
yes,
we go to her New York apartment building, and we get some crossfades, Chun-Li taking a shower, some looks at the water. We get a shot of her ass, whipping her hair back, and it's all interspersed with very slow tracking shots from inside the apartment, as it's implied Vega is stalking around the place, getting ready to strike. And we do then get the full frontal shot as she's washing her hair. And then there's some more stalking. We then cut to Guile, who is trying to call her on his car phone and then gets stuck in traffic. There's some, mildly funny scenes about that. Chun-Li puts on some music. By the way, why does she have an old-timey phone and also like a Nixie tube stereo?
I love that. Yeah, she's got like a cool vacuum tube stereo. I like that. I thought it was like she's an old soul, Raymond.
Yes.
Look, she was born in the 60s, like all of the Street Fighters.
Right. But yes, the frontal shot there, I think, the discussion around this in this movie was quite palpable, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
I do remember it kind of being the only thing mentioned about it when the magazines would bring it up. And just the fact that, yes, Chun-Li is naked. You see her nipples. Great. Now, I want to say something, and not like from a high ground of any kind. This is just me being honest. I never really found Chun-Li that appealing as like a video game babe, unlike how a lot of other media sources suggested. She has big, strong thighs and legs, but overall she's pretty covered up. Like their basic costume is kind of covered up. I mean, I guess if you like muscle mommies, I get it, but that fetish was not unlocked for me in my puberty years. So I don't know.
No.
I mean, compare her to Mai Shiranui, who is, of course, supposed to be like essentially the Jessica Rabbit of SNK.
Yes.
And, my opinion shifts when it comes to Mai, but Chun-Li is just not the same.
I think, I've always thought Chun-Li was pretty cute. I like Chun-Li, but yeah, I've never seen her as, like you said, I've never seen her as the Jessica Rabbit type. So like, the shower scene here does not quite feel like the Chun-Li that I like.
No.
Or the one on display is like I guess a cuter Chun-Li. I don't know. I like the Third Strike Chun-Li where she's got the hair that looks like she's the fourth Colossus from Shadow of the Colossus. I like that.
Okay.
I like the big thighs. But full frontal doesn't really do anything for me. It's not. I like the hinting at details. I don't so much like. You're shoving the entire steak in my face, when really I just want a couple of bites of that A5 Wagyu. You know what I mean? I don't need the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah.
I like things to be hinted at. I guess I'm old in that sense.
Yeah, I think Chun-Li's just not that kind of sexpot character, but I do think that helped her in the end, because by not being a sexpot from the beginning, I think she became more of an easy option for female players.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, she was the only one at the time.
Like, who of the other men among us has not seen a girl or woman in their life casually try Street Fighter and, like, not gravitate towards Chun-Li or Cammy? I mean, she is the de facto female representation in Street Fighter, and I think that's partly why she became such an important character in the franchise ever since. Like, she is a cornerstone character. So it's good that we saw her ass and tits. No, sorry, that's not my point. Just kidding. You mentioned the cuteness thing, and I do think it's funny how, for most of this movie, they make her look pretty cute and doing that, the tsundere faces and everything.
Yes.
But as soon as it's time to show her naked, it's like she's from a different anime.
Yes,
the face isn't as round, the eyes are smaller, the expressions are more serious, almost looks taller.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm trying to illustrate is it looks like a completely different character design. It's I guess that's the same face, but you've now put it on like the body of a Playboy model. That's not who this character was 2 scenes ago.
It's a rather telling way of doing things, fellas. I think you just were looking at more photo references than you normally do for this.
Yeah.
And just copy that for Chun-Li. Yeah. Now, Alex.
Hi.
If you thought maybe the Japanese media would treat this scene with some relative tastefulness, because why not?
Yeah.
It's not anything hardcore. It's just a woman in the shower. It's not much different than Playboy. Well, I'd like to direct you to a book I found called Magnificent World of Chun-Li.
What?
This was a fan book released a few months after the movie was out. It's part of the Roman album series of books, fan books. Mooks is what they call them in Japan.
Hey, Mooks!
It's a Chun-Li mook. And it's just a lot of Chun-Li stuff, but it's mostly focused on how she is in the movie. There's like picture galleries with multiple thumbnails from pretty much every scene she's in, but they spend like 2 pages per scene until the shower scene, wherein they use 9 pages filled with screen caps of the entire apartment scene, where you can see her underwear as well, and then devote 1 page to a large triptych of the shot of the nipples. And I was like, okay, established. Now, the rest of the book is a lot of other typical Mook things. It's like looks at pencil tests from the movie. You got the character roster of the whole movie. You got several pages of merch that has Chun-Li in it, and the official art of her from the game. And then also there is what is basically a centerfold included. It's 3 shots of Chun-Li from the movie. One of her looking normal during that one talk with Guile. Another of her clothes ripped in the Vega fight, and then another clear shot of her nipples. So there you go.
Oh, great.
This was indeed kind of a big deal, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
As sad as that sounds.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it made news, as we just heard.
Yes.
I want to say, I love the fact that we see her doing her hair buns after the shower.
Yes.
We see her, she takes the towel off her hair, and she starts braiding her hair and then rolling them up into the buns, which is like, yeah, that shit takes work.
Yes,
you got to put some work into that shit. It takes work to look that good.
Exactly.
My question is, though, like, I mean, you know me, I'm not a celebrated hair haver. Is it common for people with, let's say, complicated hairstyles? Like, do you do them at night and then go to bed? Don't you go to bed with your hair down and then do it when you wake up?
Yes. Well, I'm also not a woman, so I don't have a full routine for my hair and makeup type of thing. Yeah, but usually you'd remove your makeup before bed. Yeah.
Well, of course.
I don't know why you'd like prepare your hair.
I don't know.
You know, in terms of like,
maybe you need it to dry in a certain position. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Chun-Li, right in.
Chun-Li, right in. Yes, indeed. We haven't even mentioned the part no one talks about, which is we see the breasts for like barely 5 seconds. It's nothing but another shot in this montage of the shower views. But I guess we get, quote unquote, more during the fight right after this. We get underwear shots. Her breasts are whipping around. Like, I mean, and, she is in mortal danger, but hey, we do get to see her do the spinning bird kick.
Yeah.
With an extra panty shot. But yeah, I think one final point on this is that I feel like this entire scene has kept Capcom from really celebrating this movie again. Like,
oh yeah,
there's no world where they're going to have Chun-Li or any of their characters be nude in any official capacity.
No.
Nearly nude, sure. There's plenty of Street Fighter babes now, and that's just the nature of video game titillation, but yeah.
This very much feels like one of the last vestiges of like 80s, 90s, I guess, front-facing horn, public horn.
Right.
You know, using your characters in that way.
Yeah.
Before I think every industry realized, we can make a lot of money. Hey, if this movie was PG-13 instead of R-rated, we could make like $50 billion. Right. And so now maybe. That's the target for everybody everywhere.
You know, you mentioned that, and there is actually an even more cut version of the movie on Street Fighter Anniversary Edition on Xbox and PS2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You can just watch it on there. And yeah, none of that included. And so that is Capcom officially like acknowledging the movie. But they haven't done it since. In fact, apparently in Street Fighter 6, they were letting you watch the spin-off educational movie where the Street Fighter gang goes back in time to Fujiwara. We'll watch it later, don't worry.
Okay, good.
But they had it in the Street Fighter 6 Battle Hub mode, you know, this big lobby, basically, the lobby. And you can play old arcade games in there as well, but they had, like this past April, they were like having it up for a week and you can watch this. And that's like the only Street Fighter anime they were showing in an official capacity ever since. I'm like, oh man. Anyway, that has been
that's fun.
Our Is It Horny special report. And I think we know how to answer the question. later in the show, so we're not really going to address it from there. But yeah, that is
Right.
that is really one of the big things you need to talk about when you talk about Street Fighter 2, the animated
Oh,
movie.
yes. Absolutely.
And it is...
Wow, okay. Now, one of the funniest things to me about this scene is that Guile is calling her and he's starting to get concerned because she's not picking up. But she's not picking up because she's in the shower.
Right.
Like nothing sinister has happened yet. And yet Guile's getting concerned.
Yes.
You know, to make the audience concerned because we know that something is going to happen. But like...
Yeah, we know, but does Guile?
No, but like she's just in the shower. Like it's playing up the tension of the scene.
Oh, yeah,
But there's no tension yet. She's just in the shower. She's not answering the phone because she's busy, Guile. Something's wrong. No, not yet. It's not. It's gonna be.
Right. I will give this scene, some credit for being like completely and utterly like of the B movie school. Like this is like Cinemax level drama. They really like captured that whole thing, including, the gratuitous nudity, the the violence to come, all of that. It's really really expertly done, really, in the end.
The tense cutting back and forth, yeah. So Chun-Li's going through her evening routine. She's sitting there putting her hair into the buns, and then she clocks pretty quick. Oh, there's a guy on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And that's Vega. And then the fight starts.
Yeah. I think this is the longest fight in the movie.
Is it?
It kind of just keeps going.
It's great. I love this fight. We do get a lot of gratuitous panty shots because she's fighting in her nightie, but also maybe it's a point in their favor that they didn't give her any like frilly, sexy, girly panties. It's just standard white cotton, which is sure.
Yes, right.
Right.
Fair enough.
I guess, yeah, right? Question mark. But there's also like, there's a lot of really good fight action that shows how resourceful she is. Like she wields a lamp like a bow staff. She just grabs a lamp in her living room and starts like brandishing it. But the best part, she throws a fucking couch at Vega. It rules. This fight is really good.
There's also like so much ceiling action. I mean, her apartment is as big as Ryo's from Art of Fighting.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah, that's wow. High ceilings. Yeah, she at one point she runs up the wall.
Yes.
And then jumps at Vega. I assume all the wall jumping is a reference to the fact that she can wall jump starting from Turbo. Can she do it in the original? I don't think she can.
Yeah,
can she?
I think it's Turbo, yeah.
But yeah, great fight. A cocky Vega at one point takes off his mask and creepily licks blood off his claw because that's what goons do.
Yeah.
That's when she throws the couch, spinning bird kicks him, and then fucks up his face with her heel.
Right.
Which is really cool.
The real insult to Vega.
Yes, right? My beautiful face!
Yeah.
An enraged Vega charges, and the two bounce around her apartment for a while. She gets bloodied up pretty bad. She just barely emerges victorious after lightning kicking Vega out the window.
Yeah, and at the same time, though, like, she is pretty badly beaten, and it is kind of a bummer, because we'll talk about how she ends up right after this, but, like...
Yeah.
It's a good fight, and you can tell it's like, oh yeah, it's Chun-Li. She can really put up a fight, and she's doing pretty good. And you really would hope that she, comes out of this completely victorious, but apparently not.
Yeah, she got beaten pretty bad to the point that, I mean, Guile arrives, he runs up the steps, he takes a bleeding and battered Chun-Li to the hospital.
Yeah. I mean, if I may just make the social comment, it's just like so silly that she does have to get so beaten and have to be hospitalized in the and like I mean it's, why do we still have to do Chun-Li bad in this way?
Yeah, I feel like it would have been nicer to have her there at the final battle instead of in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
You know?
That too.
But
yeah, that element of it too.
I guess
Jesus Christ. You kind of like
I can almost understand it if you come at it from the angle of like she was caught unaware. She was about to go to bed. She was in her night clothes.
Yeah. Like I said.
Vega got the drop on her. She was unprepared in every way and still won.
Yeah.
But also was incapacitated thereafter. It is a little disappointing that she's not fighting in the movie after that. It's a hell of a way to go out to do your last action scene, but yeah, kind of wish she was there. She was present for the final act.
Yeah, just a bummer, really.
So yeah, Guile does a hospital run. I mean, primarily because you can't. It's too expensive to call an ambulance in America. So Guile drives her to the emergency room. So we then cut to driving outside Seattle. Ken suddenly comes down with a case of the not gays and asks his girlfriend Eliza to marry him. She deliberates, and Ken flashes back to the time Ryu saved his life when he almost fell into a ravine. He snaps back to reality as he almost has a head-on collision with a truck. He then drops Eliza off at home.
He's about to hit a chestnut tree. By the way, the title at the start of the scene, where they say the location, they write Washington Lake. And I'm like, no, it's Lake Washington, you sillies. The lake in the middle of Seattle.
Guys.
Lake Washington, come on. Washington Lake, give me a break.
Ken is very obviously preoccupied with Ryu. Like, this is...
And I don't know why.
Well, because they're in love.
I get it, but he also saying, like, come on, Ryu, where you at, buddy?
Yeah, that's the other thing is, like, it almost feels one-sided where it's like, come on, where are you? Like, I don't think he knows that you're expecting him.
Yeah, what is going on?
What's going on, Ken? Like...
Why are you saying this?
Yeah, this is a pretty... I don't know how overt it's considered, but to me it seems like one of those very like, oh yeah, these guys are super gay. Like,
oh sure,
there's a lot of silent smiling at each other and just gazing into each other's eyes in a lot of these flashback sequences. Yeah. And yeah, and then in the present he's like, I don't know, he's trying so hard to suppress it. He's just like, marry me, Eliza, marry me.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, what's this all of a sudden?
Yeah,
like, nothing.
Yeah, that's a big tell. That's a big tell.
Yeah, he's very infatuated with Ryu, and oh boy, it's fun.
It's true.
So yeah, he drops his girlfriend off at home. On the way back to his home, which I assume is at the dock, Ken is intercepted by Bison's ship. He resists Bison, but has his own Hadoken reflected back at him, gets knocked out, and is taken captive.
Yeah. It's like fire in the sky. He gets beamed up into this thing.
Yeah.
I still think his dub voice is weird because he's being too snarky at Bison, and it's just,
yeah,
it comes off weird. I don't know.
Here's something I don't get is Bison's psycho power. It's psychokinetic. Is that what we're meant to infer? Because
I guess that's the psycho part. Yeah.
Yeah. In the game, his psycho power just seems to be, I can be electric sometimes when I do my thing where I throw myself at you. Like,
yeah.
He doesn't do anything else that is psychokinetic or otherwise suggests psychic powers. He's just, sometimes he's lightning.
I mean, he does that stand-up stomp move that, he really flies
There's
while he's standing up.
There's nothing psychic about that. That's just him being acrobatic.
I don't know. But he's standing up the whole time. It's kind of like almost astral projection.
I don't think so. He's never, like, Dhalsim's doing more of that than he is.
Let's try and explain all the physics in Street Fighter 2.
It's not... I'm not trying to explain the physics. I'm just saying, when did he become a fucking Alakazam? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he suddenly... Why can he now use his mind to make his opponents, not move or stick to the wall or whatever the fuck?
It needs to look impressive for the show.
I guess. It's fine. It makes him a little OP. I mean, it kind of... We'll get to this later, but I think it's also instrumental in his underwhelming fall at the end. But so for now, yeah, Ken gets abducted to be turned into a psycho soldier by Bison.
That's SNK.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Guile shows up, but he's too late. He finds Ken's car on the side of the road.
It's always too late. Guile just shows up everywhere so fast, but it's always too late.
Back at Interpol, Guile gets a lead on Bison's base and Ryu, which both happen to be in Southeast Asia.
I love the Interpol agent guy who is only in this scene. I love his voice. I love his acting. I took the whole clip of this. Here we go.
Captain Guile, sir. Talking about Southeast Asia, we've located the fighter you're looking for, Ryu. He's the one who trained with Ken Masters.
So this is the guy who was in India. Where is he?
He was last seen at the Thailand-Laos border and was reportedly heading into the hills there.
Do you know if any monitor cyborgs have been reported in his proximity?
Yes, sir, we've detected several, but I don't think they found him yet. Ryu doesn't sit still. He's constantly moving through India, Thailand, and China. His travel seems random, and we don't know why he moves around, so it doesn't seem likely a cyborg is tailing him.
Oh, he's going through the whole one-player mode.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
Oh man, good stuff.
Too bad there's no Laos in Street Fighter 2.
Yes, Laos. Oh,
that guy's delivery is just great too.
Lake Washington. Okay. So yeah, Guile now knows where he's going. He knows what he's doing. He stops by the hospital to quickly tell a comatose Chun-Li that he's going to get that son of a bitch.
Yeah, a very weird line. I didn't clip it, but he says this as, "I'll get revenge, Flex, for both of us."
Yeah.
I'll get revenge for both of us as he does his
with my
flex.
Guns.
Yeah, to a comatose Chun-Li who can't really see or care.
I'm sure this would be really impressive if I were conscious.
Yeah.
So yeah, over at Shadow Law, Bison is brainwashing a naked Ken, who, by the way, smooth like the other kind of Ken doll down there, it turns out.
I guess we do get more nudity. Yeah, we get a shot of him.
Yeah, there we go. It's a little something for the ladies.
Yeah, well, except there's no discernible genitals. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I guess he really is Barbie's Ken after all. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's funny to me now to hear people say Ken Masters now that you've told me the origin of that.
Yes, it came. Yeah, really quick. It's from the G.I. Joe figure. They had to give him a surname because they were afraid of conflicting with Barbie's Ken because it was Hasbro and Mattel. Hasbro was separate back then.
You can't sell a Ken doll. We sell a Ken doll.
Yeah. What's on the monitor, by the way, when he's being brainwashed? It's like a series of trees and stuff, like a 2D sprite forest or something. Is he being shown the 240p test suite or something? Like a bunch of tech demos.
I always thought that was Bison looking into his mind.
Sure.
It was just he remembers training, I guess, with Ryu.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was Bison looking into his mind or Ken being shown things, Clockwork Orange style. I mean, because it then it's like flashing between Ryu and Bison's face rapidly, and I'm like, just that? I mean, I'm not sure that would really brainwash anyone, but okay.
I don't know. Do you remember in the live-action movie where Bison is brainwashing Blanka to be evil, and he's just showing him, like, Hitler speeches and the atom bomb detonating?
Yeah, there's the camp, yeah.
And then when they rescue Blanka, they switch it to good videos to make him good, and it's like Gandhi speaking and a flowery field. It's really, it's the silliest shit.
It is incredible.
That's one of the reasons I love that stupid movie.
Sure.
All right.
I get it.
So, we cut to a rock climbing Ryu, and again, is this how he goes home every day? I don't know.
He's doing his Knuckles Emerald Hunt, I think.
Oh, yeah. He's doing that Knuckles training.
Even the music sounds like it's from Sonic Adventure.
While he's climbing up the mountain, he's flashing back to the time he fell down some stairs and bumped his head, and Ken lovingly used his red Hachimaki to stop the bleeding. I thought that was very, very adorable.
God, yeah, these are so great.
Yeah, oh man. We cut to Guile in his chopper on the way over, then over to Shadow Law, where Bison learns that Guile's found Ryu, so he decides to bring evil Ken and make them fight it out. Sagat begs to come along for revenge, but is denied. This is a very sad, lingering shot on Sagat at the end of the scene.
It is, but I think it's unintentionally comedic, because it's like,
really?
After Bison dresses down Sagat, Balrog just looks at him silently like, yeesh, before running after Bison.
Ugh. You really shouldn't have lost, buddy.
Ugh, that's on you, man. Anyway.
It's really like, it's the only time you feel sympathetic for Sagat, because he's just like, he's hanging his head and the camera is hanging on him for so long.
It's so funny to me.
Why are we meant to be sympathetic for this fucking murder machine?
I know, but
it's so
Balrog
silly.
looking at him after that, just like, ugh. Well, anyway.
Good luck, buddy.
Sucks for you.
Oh, boy.
I loved it. Because there's like no words.
Back over at Ryu's place, he's training hard. Honda comes outside and says, "Hey, have a drink with me." I really like the odd couple potential they have here.
Dude, this is so good. The little hut where they are shacked up in, it's just adorable.
Yeah.
This is so good.
Yeah. It's extra funny to me because, like, at no point did Ryu invite him over. We never see Honda asking himself over.
No.
It's just Honda steps outside like they've been living together for 10 years. It's so good.
He said it back in India. The Japanese fighters got to stick together.
Japanese fighters got to stick together because we're
Solidarity.
brothers.
Yeah. I fucking love it. I will say, though, at the start of the scene, at this point in the movie, I think the long pans across the backgrounds are getting a little overdone.
It's a lot. Yeah. It's
the start of the scene feels like filling time as it just pans once again across the background. That looks nice. Look, again, a beautiful movie, but like you don't need to hold
it's a
on to
lot
that
of establishing shots.
Yeah.
When the first time I turned it on to start taking notes, I saw the runtime and I'm like, oh man, that's a lot. And I was kind of relieved that a lot of it was just panning across mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
So Guile shows up and explains that Ken's been brainwashed by Shadow Law.
I'm Ryu, but what's this about Ken?
Your friend's been abducted by a crime organization called Shadow Law.
What do you mean abducted?
And their ultimate plan is to turn him into a terrorist.
That's ridiculous. There's no way he could ever become a criminal.
They're subjecting him to a form of mind control.
Ken is not a terrorist.
Yeah, are you listening? I said mind control. I know, but mind control. Please.
Ryu, please pay attention.
Yeah, come on now.
So right after that, Bison's ship shows up. Bison and a brainwashed Ken emerge. Ken throws off his cool new Shadow Law cloak and rushes Ryu.
I love it. Ken kind of walks out to Altered Beast music. Did you notice?
Oh, does he?
It sounds
Rose
like
from
it.
his grave.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of sort of another thing that ended up in the games. I say kind of sort of because there's violent Ken in the video games.
That's right.
It's not exactly brainwashed Ken, but it's supposed to be Ken taken over by like the Hado power, the same thing that Akuma has or something.
Is that also how we got evil Ryu?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But yeah, there's evil Ken, violent Ken, whatever they call him on the next game. But yeah. You missed the part where Ken steps out and then his the sensei comes back in a little clip there.
Oh wait, no.
Did you catch this?
No.
Yeah.
That is some outfit. It makes you look like a homosexual.
No, Sensei was supportive.
Yeah, couldn't believe it. Well, Ken's evil now, so you got to cut him down, I guess.
Wait a minute, but what about wearing a cool cloak with a skull brooch makes you look like a homosexual?
I don't know, man. That's just, I didn't write it.
All right. Gee, thanks, Go Ken.
And aren't you supposed to ask me who's booing?
Oh yeah, who's booing?
Akuma?
Progressive Balrog? All right.
The Akuma twins.
All right, so everyone's here. Everyone's angry. Ken rushes Ryu. Guile engages Bison. Ryu tries and fails to snap Ken out of it. Honda engages Balrog. It's the big burly brawl at Ryu's house.
Yeah. It's very funny, though, this little sequence. First of all, Bison is talking shit and whatnot. And then Honda goes like, I can't take it. I got to kill this nut before I kill myself. Which is an amazing line, by the way. I do it no justice. Richard F. Carr totally nails it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a wild thing for Honda to say, but it's pretty great.
But then during this sequence, something goes weird in the animation. So Honda rushes Bison, who just teleports away. So he smashes into Balrog instead. And then he looks up, and then all of a sudden Balrog has like super crazy cock eyes. Like,
yeah.
Even as he is animating his wind-up of a punch, he still has his crazy cock eye. And then it cuts to Guile, who also has like less overt, but still funny face for a second.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what happened all of a sudden? This must have been when that third animation unit clocked in.
Yeah. The bit here with Balrog made me second guess. Was that Balrog earlier in Las Vegas? It had to be, because it's Las Vegas, and he exploded his shirt off. But like, when he's talking to the crime goons at the crime convention, he's got two normal looking eyes, and he's speaking normally. when he goes into fight mode, does he just turn like weird? Like, what the hell is that?
I don't know. Again, I think maybe a different group was animating it, and based on what we were talking about before with Balrog, it just might be racism. I don't know.
So Guile sonic booms poor Ryu's mountain hut because Bison dodges his sonic boom.
Yeah.
Then he gets hit by some kind of psycho blast from Bison that knocks him on his ass. Honda is grappling Balrog. The two tumble off a cliff. I have a great clip of that.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Really good, like action movie comedy moment.
Yeah, pretty fun.
Like, very by the book. Yeah.
Yeah, these two numbskulls realize they're both tumbling off a cliff together.
If they had done something similar in like the Mortal Kombat movie, I would also not be surprised.
Right.
So during that fight, though, there's some really good short shots of like Bison powering up and doing attacks and such.
Yeah.
Like him powering up his hands. It's nice trailer fodder, I would say. Like if you were doing the clips of this for the VHS trailer or whatever, like you would definitely include some of those shots.
Oh, yeah.
Really smooth, flaming hands sort of stuff.
Lighting up Bison's face as he builds up a psycho thing.
Yep.
Now, Ken is starting to show some hesitation, but continues pummeling Ryu. They go at it again for a while, and finally, he seems to snap out of it.
Yes.
Bison appears and expresses his disappointment in Ken before tossing him aside and engaging Ryu. Meanwhile, Ken is having a nightmare where Bison has replaced his sensei, but then snaps awake, unable to walk, and having no idea where the hell he is.
Yeah, there's a not so fun shot of Ken like excruciatingly screaming as Bison is psycho pressing his head or whatever before like blasting him across the canyon.
Yeah, he's like holding him by the skull. Yeah.
Not great.
No. So a wounded Ken crawls over to where Bison is brutalizing Ryu, sees the Bison jet, and remembers, oh right, Bison brought me here. His anger builds as he watches Ryu get knocked down yet again, but as he shouts Bison's name, he trips and rolls down a hill.
Yes. And by the way, just generally speaking, it sure got dark and stormy out there.
Well, yeah, it's fight time. It was
daytime at the start of the like when Guile comes, it was daytime. And then Bison arrives and it's all dark and stormy.
Maybe it's calling back to the opening scene. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah, yes, it is, but it's just funny. It's like poetry.
Ken struggles to get to his feet, but he focuses his energy, stands up, and begins chanting generic fight words like discipline, concentrate, strength. I think I had the subtitles on while I was watching this, the Japanese subtitles, or you know what I'm saying, the Japanese translations. I think in the Japanese version, he was probably chanting like Buddhist sutras.
Oh, yeah.
Because the subtitles it was just a string of romaji of Japanese words. I think he was just chanting stuff that Sensei taught him and not probably. Just commitment, agility, you know.
Yeah, so he's regaining his motor skills also by showing himself another tech demo with blue flames and such.
Yeah. So he breaks through it. He gets wisdom from Sensei in his mind. An awakened Ken joins Ryu in battling Bison, who decides it's time to engage them, quote unquote, on their own level.
It's the dramatic battle.
Yeah, this
from Alpha 2, 3?
Sure.
Alpha 2 used it. Yeah.
On the one hand, this is very cool because we see Bison finally like using martial arts and not just psychic powers. Mm-hmm. It is really cool to see Ken and Ryu and Bison throwing punches at each other, dodging, counterattacking, all that stuff. On the other hand, it's also very silly because Bison is pretty much invincible when he's using his psycho power, and he is deciding to turn it off to fight them at their own level, which is not a thing I see him doing ever.
No, probably.
He's pretty much, he's got these like god-level psycho powers, and he's now choosing not to use them. For reasons I don't understand.
Yes, it's very much a roll up your sleeves moment. But why?
Yeah,
you already have brass knuckles.
The villain's invincible. We need a way to make him not invincible. What if he just decides not to use his invincibility? Yeah, that's fine. This has to ship on Wednesday. Just do that, I guess.
We gotta get done.
Yeah. So that's what they do. The boys pummel Bison for a bit. Ryu holds his feet down so Ken can hurricane kick him. Ryu follows up with a Shoryu, then they finish him off with a combined Hadouken.
Yeah, folks, if you love a double rainbow, you'll love double fireball.
Yes! It is pretty cool. Bison gets blasted into his own ship and then explodes in spectacular fashion.
I hope Dr. Wily's okay.
Yeah, what's he going to do now?
Yeah.
Sinister Frazier, what's he doing over there? Honda comes back up carrying Guile and Balrog.
Yeah, they're alive, thank God. Yes.
Oh, that's fun. And yeah, that's it. Then we get our epilogue. Shadowlaw gets blowed up.
Yeah, I know it's Shadowlaw's HQ, but firing a bunch of missiles at the big Buddhist face sculpture isn't a good look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't even consider that. Oh, no.
Consider the optics on firing a bunch of missiles into it.
Yeah. Also, wouldn't, like, now that the head of the organization is gone, don't you want to, like, send some guys in there and try to recover as much data as possible?
Yeah,
or maybe,
like,
hey, I don't know, check if there's, like, captives or hostages that need to be rescued. You know this guy who was going around the world kidnapping martial artists to brainwash them? You think maybe there's some of them still in there?
It's a little like little kid gratification, just like
they just roll up with a bunch of choppers and shoot missiles.
Blow up the bad guy. Yeah, it's very G.I. Joe, ironically.
It's extremely G. Joe.
I want to step back a bit to the Ryu and Ken dramatic battle fight with Bison.
Yes,
there's sequences where like Ryu is making like critical hits basically, and they are showing Bison like with a red overlay.
Yeah,
which is like a nice effect and also very video gamey.
Yeah.
But still pretty cool for like the artistry of this anime.
Yeah, I think that, we just really needed a way to drive home the point that, you can hurt this guy now.
Yeah.
Because he decided to turn off his invincibility.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
All right.
He's flashing red.
Great. Oh, no.
We cut back to Guile later, driving back to the hospital, right? The hospital's like calling Guile, and he's like, uh-huh. And then they say it's about Chun-Li. But it's like he pauses before realizing the hospital was calling him about Chun-Li. Like, who else was it? Where else are you going?
Who's why is the hospital calling me? They've got nothing to do with me.
And then he's like, oh shit, Chun-Li. And then he jets to the hospital. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Who else was in the hospital that you were worried about?
Yeah.
Honda?
I don't even think the person on the other end says Chun-Li. They just say...
No, yeah, they don't.
Captain Guile, you'd better get to the hospital right away. And only then he realizes, Chun-Li!
Hospital? The voice on the phone sounded a little bit familiar. I'll just say that because Guile gets to the hospital and Chun-Li is covered up. And it's like, oh my God, she's dead. She finally passed from her injuries. Oh my goodness gracious. He was saying like, oh my God. Well, you know what? He just has to tell her, we did it though. We beat Bison. Shadowlaw is no more. And then psych, Chun-Li pulls her covers off and says, I know. And you know what? That was probably her on the phone because it did sound a lot like Chun-Li.
No, you think it was?
It sounded at least like Leah Sargent.
Oh, you know what? Yes, okay. I think that's the only way that could make sense. Because, if you show up to visit someone at the hospital and they're dead, I think they tell you that.
Yeah.
When you walk through the door, I'm here to see Chun-Li. Oh, sir, I'm so sorry, sir, but
Yes,
Chun-Li succumbed to her wounds. But you know what? The corpse is still up there. Why don't you go up and say hi? They don't do that.
No. And then, but then you think like, oh, Guile's such a thick-headed idiot.
Yeah,
he just walks in
that
there.
makes sense. It would have been real funny if on the phone she was just like, Captain Guile, you better get to the hospital. Chun-Li's about to die. What?
Yeah,
Chun-Li? Yeah.
They should have done that. It would have been the same thing.
Would have been great.
Would have made the scene even better.
She's got some very cute animation here when they're goofing around after that. I like when she's animated as just a goofy imp, which is kind of the face that she's putting on.
I know
in
you
that
do.
Sequence.
You
I
said,
like it.
yes, I know.
It's adorable.
Very adorable. I guess I agree. But she says, I know all about it. She pulls out the New York Times with the front page story.
The paper of record.
Saying that Shadowlaw is defeated.
The Gray Lady.
And also next to it, another story. The aesthetics of the devilistic ideology symbolized by Vega.
Yes.
Typed out in very obvious, oblique MS Word font. I could tell that they just put that on a computer.
Yeah, it's funny. I freeze framed that to read it a little bit. And like syntactically and grammatically, everything checks out. But it seems to be implying that Shadow Law was based around devil worship.
Right.
Okay.
I thought for a split second also they meant the claw guy. And I was like, wait.
Oh,
the Spanish
right.
guy's devil too? No. It's Vega as in M. Bison. Dick's hair.
That's right.
Chun-Li's all cute and stuff. And Guile is like, all buddy with her now. But then there's that weird father-daughter-ish wrestling that he does. He's like, come here, you crazy kid, and all that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was strange for two people who were not liking each other at the start of the movie.
Yeah, they really fast-tracked this relationship.
And consider the fact that Guile is only like 8 years older. In Street Fighter 2, Chun-Li's supposed to be like 23. So Guile would be in his early 30s. And I'm like, yeah, you haven't known each other that long. Why are you acting like this? It was very odd to me. Like,
they never really had, like, the only bonding moment they had was when Chun-Li was like, Bison killed my dad. And Guile's like, oh, I guess I commiserate because he killed my friend. That's it. Like, they didn't even have a fight. Like, Guile charged her and she dodged. It would have meant more if they had an actual fight, or if they at some point encountered Bison together, or they did anything to bring them closer.
Yeah.
There was nothing in terms of character development outside of, I guess Bison killed people we love, so.
No, I think it was because she ended up in the hospital.
And and then there's that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, and he was also concerned about her when he was calling her when she was taking a shower.
I guess it's possible that he was leaning into it because Bison was responsible for, almost killing someone else that he was working or starting to get close to. I don't know. But
yeah, I guess.
Sure. Look, it's an hour and 40 minutes. The relationship has to happen.
I almost forgot, but I do have the clip of the teasing.
Oh, good.
You did it!
Why, you little brat! What a dirty trick! Oh, so you want to play dead? I can arrange that.
Again, you're like 23 and 31 or something.
Yeah. Guile's basically, they're basically having a tickle fight on her hospital bed.
Anyway.
It's, But it's, I like that Chun-Li. I like silly, goofy Chun-Li. That's fun.
I mean, look, I am not denying the fact it's a cute anime character design.
Yes.
She is cute. I just felt like when we get to the nudity, it's just like a weird juxtaposition of things. And
it's my brain is choosing to interpret it as two different characters.
It's just the huffy tsundere girl Chan stuff. Like I'd never thought of Chun-Li doing that, really.
No, yeah, that's true. All right, so that's that. Ryu and Ken part ways again on the side of the road. Ken's girlfriend's giving him a ride home. Ryu, of course, is choosing to walk.
Walk from place to place, meet people, get in adventures.
Yeah, like Kane from Kung Fu.
Yeah, walk to Earth.
Exactly.
Now, they don't really represent it in this anime, but Ryu's feet, I mean, they must look demonic in real life.
To shit, demolished in real life. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They look as leathery as his wallet, which is the one that says bad motherfucker on it.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Now, that's okay. The ending of this is insane. I laughed. I was laughing uproariously at this.
Yes.
Ryu is walking away. We get a front shot. Ryu's walking toward us. From behind Ryu, there is a truck bearing down on him. There's a semi-truck driven by Bison. Several things about this are bad and wrong. First and foremost, you just killed him 30 seconds ago. He's fine now. He's fine. He's great. B, he honks the horn to warn Ryu, I guess. Hey, I'm about to hit you. Get out of the way. I'm actually on my way home, so honk, honk. C, the semi-truck on the front has a little Shadow Law skull logo mounted up. So, this was a prearranged truck that Bison just had waiting and lying around. None of this. The cherry on top, the extra hilarity to me is that when the truck is bearing down on Ryu, it's just the same 2 frames of animation repeated of the truck bouncing up and down and Bison driving the truck. It's so outlandishly silly and serves no purpose and has no place. And
then it's a freeze frame cliffhanger.
Freeze frame of Ryu about to kick his way through the windshield through the lens of, I guess, another Bison bot because it's reading stats on the screen about him. What is that?
It is an insane way to go out. It practically undermines everything that happened up to this point. Everything good and quality and lovable about this movie is almost like thrown up against the wall.
It's undone in 3.5 seconds.
And yet, nobody talks about this. I have never seen this talked about in regards to the Street Fighter II anime movie. I mean, Chun-Li naked, sure, great.
Yes.
But this?
Bison in the Shadow Law truck? Why? Why not? Why are we not talking about this? Teach the controversy.
Yes, indeed. This was so crazy. What a way to go out.
Yeah, what's wrong with just having Bison stick a fist up through a pile of rubble, or maybe stick his head out like Skeletor and be like, "I'll be back."
No,
right?
That's been done. That's been done to death.
or why not have I don't know, have Akuma just find Bison at death's door and be like, "I'll take care of." I know that makes no sense in the lore, but you need something.
I mean, they would have done it if this came out more contemporarily. You would do the post-credit sequence reveal of Akuma and be like, "It's not over yet." That's what you would have done now, but no, not in '94.
No.
My God, yeah. Well, that's Street Fighter 2.
That's Street Fighter 2, the movie, the animated movie.
Street Fighter 2V.
It's a lot of fun.
Final thoughts. Nevertheless, it is the better Street Fighter movie. In my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll say that. It's and despite the length, it was daunting to see hour and 40 minutes. I mean, all of the SNK stuff is a tight 90, and that's kind of the way I like it. So I saw an hour 40. I'm like, all right, you're stretching it by a little bit. Maybe it won't feel. We're gonna see. It breezed by.
They pan across backgrounds too much.
Well, yeah. I mean, also consider. I just did the math in my head. Hour 40 is only 10 more minutes than 90. So who's the idiot now?
Right. Well, a lot can happen.
A lot can happen in 10 minutes. That's the Street Fighter promise.
I like a lot of things that they did in this. I kind of like how Ryu is treated as this sort of mysterious unknown hero.
Yes.
Just this nobody really knows who he is, unlike, they might do now or something. I mean, we got another Street Fighter live action movie coming up pretty soon. I don't know what that is all about, but Ryu just being sort of like this mysterious figure. I mean, Ken knows who he is, and that's about it. But Ryu as the hero of Street Fighter 2, effectively, being treated as this sort of mysterious figure, I think is kind of a cool approach.
I like this Ryu. He's living off the grid. He's going from place to place, just trying to hone his skills.
He goes, nope.
But he's mysterious.
Very nice.
This was the animation is gorgeous. All the fights are cool. It's neat to see how they adapted some of the special moves. There's a little bit I laughed at the Ken Ryu Bison fight at the end where Bison does his slide kick into both of them and just knocks them on their asses, which is silly enough in the game, but to see it animated is extra silly.
Right.
But good to see everybody. Obviously, some characters got more screen time than others. Kind of surprised Zangief and Blanka just had that one brief fight, and that's about it, because they're very iconic, I feel like, in Street Fighter lore, especially Blanka.
I mean, I like how everybody's represented, but with Zangief and Blanka, it's can we get some dialogue maybe?
Yeah.
Can I hear one of them talk?
I mean, I thought about it after the fact, and I'm like, well, what is the way to work everybody in equally? And the answer is there isn't a good way, because that sucks, because that's just Guile goes around the world collecting Street Fighters, and then they all storm Bison's base at once, and that's kind of like, that's very kid movie. You don't want to see that.
No, right. Or just, you do what Mortal Kombat did and be like, it's a fighting tournament.
Maybe if they had, it might have worked better if they'd organized it like a fighting tournament,
Fatal Fury did it too, I guess.
But
not as many characters, but yeah.
But there's not actually a fighting tournament in Street Fighter 2, is there?
You mean in the game properly?
Yeah, in the lore of the game.
No, it's not really ever brought up that way. It's always like, M. Bison is a bad guy. Everybody's trying to beat him.
It's just, you're going around the world fighting increasingly tougher and tougher opponents because you want to be the world's greatest fighter. That's it.
Yeah. By the way, I always thought it was odd that Street Fighter 2 has what they call boss characters.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to fight 3 guys before Bison, but it's like you fight them just in the same manner as you do everybody else prior. Why not just make one boss, just call him M. Bison and have it be done? Like, why do we need to have 3 other guys? But I guess it's fun to have henchmen.
It's fun to have henchmen. Yeah. You promised we could hire a henchman if the Patreon takes off.
Yes.
Where are we on that?
We got. Well, I'm looking up all sorts of Muay Thai fighters.
Okay.
I got some boxers lined up.
Ooh.
Haven't found any Spanish claw guys. I think probably because those were banned as weapons a long time ago. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, keep looking.
They do also the one thing the Hollywood movie doesn't, which is find time to show street fighting.
Yes, there was street fighting happening.
There are fights, everybody is street fighting.
Yes.
Kicks are fast as lightning.
No, you're thinking of Kung Fu.
One of them must do Kung Fu.
Fei Long? Is that Kung Fu? Look, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I suppose so, yes.
All right.
Right. Thank you, Bryan Cranston, Kung Fu Master.
Yes. That's Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. And as we like to ask on every episode of Draw Game at the end, is it horny?
No, we already figured that out.
Oh. But it is.
I mean, yes, but we already talked about it.
Oh. As we like to reiterate on every episode of Draw Game, if we've already decided earlier on in the episode, did we decide that it's horny? Yes, we did.
We had a special report. I think it's implied.
We did. Okay, right, fine.
We talked at length about Chun-Li's breasts.
Yes.
What do you think?
Go watch this movie. It rules. It's a lot of fun.
And what other podcast who recently covered this movie would have had the balls to do it? None of them. Only Draw Game.
Who else is going to talk about Bison Truck? Nobody else will.
Yeah.
Nobody's asking the hard questions.
No one brings it up.
Where'd he get the truck? Why'd he get the truck?
This movie has an insane ending. No one talks about it. My God.
If you can, try to watch it with the Japanese music. I mean, look, we're all nerds here. Just watch the subs.
I think it's very easily officially available on YouTube in America, that is.
Is it really? Okay. I know it's all on the Blu-ray.
Crush.
I think there was the 2015 channel. Blu-ray. I think like every track is on that one. So just if you don't have that, I guess find it on YouTube.
Yeah, that Blu-ray or the 4K Blu-ray. That's the most recent one. Yeah, maybe I should buy that. I'm thinking I should get a hold of that.
Maybe. I think
cool.
I think so far this is certainly in my top 5 for stuff that we've watched. We're going to get to our own personal rankings later on for patrons only. Patrons only! Folks, speaking of that,
yes, indeed.
Go to our website, drawgamepod.com. There is a link to the Patreon. That is how you can support this show. This show is supplemental to our main show, No More Whoppers. We started doing this show because we want it to take off and perhaps draw more people to the Patreon. This show takes a lot more effort and preparation than No Mo Wo. We really need the Patreon to start bulking up to justify it. If you want this show to continue, I am begging you, please go to the Patreon, subscribe at any tier. Help us out. We're going to watch more video game anime and bring it to you directly to the face, like a lot of the punches in this film.
We also have a Discord, free to come by and say hi.
Yes!
That's from the website. Just go back to the website, drawgamepod.com.
Yes.
And yeah, on Patreon, you do get Draw Game Type S, where we cover subtitle shows, as in, ones that are not dubbed in English, because, it's a bit harder to cover them. So we don't do them as much, but we do it on Type S. We do get some kooky things on that. So please check it out on Patreon. Patreon.com/NoMoreWhoppers.
We are kooky. Oh yeah, speaking of that, we if you are a patron, you may have already heard our 2-hour lead up to this episode. I'm looking at my track here. This episode itself is probably going to be over 2 hours. That's almost 4 hours of Street Fighter talk from these two numbskulls. And if you want half of that, go sign up. Please support us. Thank you very much. You can find me on the internet at pitui.org. That's where all my stuff is, my Twitch, my YouTube, etc., etc. Ray?
My website is rdbaaa.space. RDBAAA. That's like my initials if I was in playing Street Fighter 2. Right? No. Yeah.
Pretty good.
And rdbaaa.space is also my username on Blue Sky if you want my main social media feed.
And you do want that.
And I also have made video games at my company, Bipedal Dog. Bipedal.dog is the website for that. Thank you very much.
Check them out. That's it for us. Thank you for listening, and come back next time for Fatal Fury, the motion picture.
Yeah.
In the meantime, after 4 hours of Street Fighter talk, I think Sensei is letting us take a break.
That's enough for now. You both deserve a rest.